So, when we last left off, you guys had arrived in the city of Lanziotupo, capital of Galcia. You had traveled there instantly by way of teleportation circle. You arrived in the city, and started out just by having some fun. You visited the beach. I forget some of the other things you did.
There was a bit of a shopping trip that happened for like swimsuits, more or less. But
Right.
the main
Maybe
thing
the
was the
beach
beach.
episodes.
hmm
Yeah. Mainly beach and temple. Beach.
hmm
Yeah, we got lore.
We got Lord right in the face.
Yeah, then you went to the Temple of the Divines, the foremost place of worship for the deities of the universe. And you met a very nice paladin there.
Yes,
We
we did.
did.
And they helped you around. You got a nice look of the massive uh impressive temple. Midas, you got to visit the sanctum of Aaron. You you were there with Brylor as well. And Anya had a religious experience.
You could call it that.
I believe that is the most literal description.
Where you spoke directly with Signe,
Yep.
who informed you that what you are doing is very important.
Congrats on being a very important person now.
Think something
Yeah,
called a main character. Be afraid for everyone you hold dear, especially if you don't know the genre.
and it's fantasy. At
But does Anya know that it's fantasy? That's the issue.
I mean, as far as fantasy goes, at least one person dies.
Typically, yeah.
Uh,
Asta's real close to that chopping block based on old tropes as the mentor parent figure. Gotta watch out.
Asta, watch out. God's gonna get you. God's
uh,
gonna get your ass.
but yeah, you had a nice time there. Then you left, and that was pretty much where we ended. You guys were about to leave the city uh, in order to head towards the city of Auzano, which is your next destination or your next stop before your destination of the monastery of the Grand Knights, who you are hoping to seek information on the dragons from.
Yeet.
Yep. We gotta go through the entire Rainbow of Dragons somehow.
So our first stop out of the town of Monzio Tupo is Rovanello. I'm not sure how pronunciation for it goes.
Ravioli.
Ravioli. It's more or less directly south of Monzio Tupo.
Yeah.
Looking at the map. And basically the idea is that we can leave same day as the temple visit and get there before nightfall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rovinello is pretty close by.
Mhm.
Okay.
Cool.
Nice.
So we've
So,
got a minute before we hit Midas time.
I assume we're walking.
Yeah, not
Yeah, so far.
not really anything to take you there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because unfortunately, fast travel only works between large cities, not the adjoining ones.
Yeah.
Only works between the capitals, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, which to be fair, does cut out about several weeks worth of travel. So.
Mm-hmm.
My first bit of Midas plans don't take place until we get to whatever rest stop we're gonna hit in I just lost the name of the place.
Ravioli.
Rovinello. Ravioli.
Yes.
So if anyone wants to do something on the path there, go for
I
it.
can try to remember. So we turned in all of our wyvern spikes, correct?
All of the
Yeah.
stingers, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the stingers, but we kept the sack contents.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You guys just love collecting sacks, don't you?
We do.
It's really very useful.
We love putting sacks in sacks.
As one does.
Because you already harvested you harvested all we can get out of the black dragon sack. So I'm trying to think how long it would take to
Mhm.
harvest everything useful out of this one.
In theory, could you put a bag of holding inside of a bag of holding?
I
No.
think we discussed this. I was saying if there's no, I think
It
it just collapses on
implodes.
itself.
It implodes.
Yeah, it implodes.
Rip.
Yeah,
That
it
sucks.
straight up turns into a black hole and sends you to the astral plane.
So we need a quick getaway. We need a quick because we do
Does he
have
have a bag of
holding.
holding?
I take it
And I
you
can-
aren't
Yeah.
familiar with the astral plane.
No. Why would you think that?
Or if by
Hey.
chance, look, if things are getting really bad, I'll take my chances.
Yeah, it depends how bad it is, I suppose.
Or if we need a Molotov cocktail style black hole.
Do we have anyone who gets access to plane shift or whatever at some point?
Yes.
Yeah,
Cool.
Orion does eventually.
Yeah.
High level druid shit.
High level druids are glorified
I could
taxi
do it
cabs.
too. I get
Yeah, we
plane
are.
shift, but we also need gold for it. We have a lot of gold.
I guess the question is, A, how long is it, how long would it take to harvest anything useful out of this sack? And B, can I get anything similar to what we got out of the last one?
Yeah.
Uh,
We could. Go ahead.
what was it? Did I just let you like put the black dragon acid directly into vials last time, or did I make you
Pretty
roll for
much.
it?
And I think it was survival.
You
or
made us
this-
roll for getting the sack out. You didn't
Yeah.
make us roll for putting it in vials.
Okay.
Yeah, we just had to do a lot of math on divvying it up.
We
Right.
had three. We currently have 3 vials of wyvern poison.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh, well, I guess you've already done it then.
Yes.
Okay,
But
so
we still have a lot of black dragon acid.
we have a lot of dragon acid.
Black dragons are large and they spray a
Yeah.
lot of acid.
They
Yeah.
do.
I get it.
Okay, yeah. So Jenny, how much acid do we have left?
It looks like we got 90 vials of acid still.
Jesus
Cool.
Christ.
90
Cool.
vials of acid on the wall. 90 vials of acid.
Cool.
Acid.
Are you
Take
cool if I
one
take-
down.
God
Pass
damn
it
it, I hate-
warlord. 89 vials of acid.
Tell us of acid on the wall.
Acid in the bag.
Okay.
Yes,
Are
acid
you
in the bag.
okay? Are you cool if I take five of those to replace the arrows I used in the last fight?
I think everyone is absolutely okay with that.
Okay.
I think we could just like whoever's actively carrying the bag. Who's actively carrying the bag?
Brian.
Orion.
Are you sus if Bryla comes over, reaches in and grabs some acid out? I
No.
think that's just a normal expected thing of
That is
Bryla now.
that is normal Bryler behavior.
Yeah. It's enrichment for the Brylor.
It is.
Yes.
Brylor's less of a dwarf and more of just like a kender.
Exactly. Hasselhoff's my beloved. I love.
Eventually, I need to read those books.
They're so good.
Which books? Dragonlance?
Yeah.
If you want them, I have them.
I have enough books on my own. I have like 9 or 10 books that I still need to read that I've bought within the past like 5 months.
I will literally
That's
send
when
you
I'm going to
really need
visit
to read.
Keith or Penzic. I can
I
prep them
really
back
need to
for
read
you.
more. Yes. Nice.
This is a threat.
They're just gonna sit on my shelf for like 2 years before I even get to them. It's
Yeah.
not worth doing it now.
Yeah.
But also, I get to stay with me for like a week after Penzic. And I will know that I will have the space to be face first on the couch for a solid 24 hours before I am like,
Hello.
oh,
I'm
Justin, did you start recording yet, or are you?
Yes.
Okay, just check it.
Gotcha.
I've been going for 11.5 minutes now.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Brylor, I think I made you roll just like general intelligence
General intelligence, yeah.
last time.
Okay. So actually, a question on that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check something here. I think I have something for this. Okay. Yes. Okay. What about using my tool? Using some. Okay. What about using my? See. See. I'm trying to think. Okay. I do have an alchemist kit, but if it is that considered a tool technically or no?
Alchemist
That's a
supplies?
toolkit.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
toolkit.
Okay. Cool. So I actually get expertise in this then, because that was the
Nice.
last. That was one of my level up things last time was 2 expertise.
Cool.
Okay, so this is actually so this is +6.
I don't know what you rolled last time.
Okay, so that's 27.
He rolled his best.
Okay, that's 29.
Yeah,
Nice.
you managed to craft what was it, 5 more black acid bolts
Nice,
with no complications.
nice.
Oh yeah, Bryler.
Bring this back up to my inventory.
Nice.
Those things are super useful. Things are super. Okay, nice. Back up to. Okay, nice.
How long do you think you guys will be able to go for tonight? What's our stopping time?
I've
Probably
got at
whenever
least 2.5
B's stopping
hours in
time
me.
is.
As I said,
Yeah. I'm good till at least like 10:30.
Hell yeah.
Okay, cool.
I don't got shit to do tomorrow.
Other than Orbital Blues and more D&D.
More D&D.
A small
I'll
price.
say the same here. As I was talking those, I was going to clean up my apartment because haven't gotten to that in the past couple weekends.
Fair and valid.
I want booze. I put all my booze away.
Nice.
All right.
If I have booze, I am going to be asleep so quick.
I'm just.
I'll say once I finish making those bolts, I am going to actually head over towards Tiafia.
Okay.
I'll say I have to say these bolts were excellent idea, and I think we're doing some great work here. I think this is hopefully its experience proves helpful later on when it comes to more experimentation.
One for the teeth.
And one for the me. Is that it? I keep forgetting
You
to
all
put
right?
up the row counter.
Delicious.
Well, that's good. I heard they were actually. What does Teofila look like right now?
Yeah, what she look like? Because wasn't she the gift?
Yeah, it was a Get Yankee Man last time.
Yeah, that's right. How long ago was that?
I think about 24 hours.
That was like after
Not
we.
long.
That was like after we had gotten
It's after the beach? I think it's after the beach.
past the
I
lemons.
found it. We arrived at the ISS, got our books in the name. We got the Orion lore dump. And then the next morning is when we saw Teofila as a Githyanki man. So I was back at that last city.
So it's been a little bit.
5 sessions ago.
Okay. How many in-game days is that? 5?
2 or 3,
Approximately.
4.
Just three,
Well,
yeah.
approximately
Wait.
probably about a week. With
Because it took
travel,
us-
a little bit
yeah,
of downtime to
about a
now,
week?
probably about a week.
A week, yeah.
So I think
Being
it was
like-
3 days to get from the city to Nako, and then it would be 3 to get back to the city, and then the day that we spent over at this latest city.
Mm-hmm. So about a week. Because then we got back on that 6th day,
Mhm.
teleported, ended the day, and we're about to end the day. So it's been approximate.
Okay.
Approximately.
Yeah, so Teofila still looks like that.
Okay.
They'll probably change next morning.
Fair enough.
Delicious.
Good.
So they'll say, "Oh, that's good. I heard they were quite effective in the hunt against the wyverns."
Against both Wyvern and others, but yes. But and I just wanted to say that I'm really appreciating your contributions to this party event are very well appreciated, and I look forward to working with you more. And if there's anything I can do to help make our time together any more intellectually stimulating, just let me know.
You guys ever see A Midsummer's Night Dream?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, just wondering.
Does Midas see this?
Chart. Shipping chart. Shipping chart.
Does Midas see this?
Please say yes.
Please say yes.
For the love of this campaign, say yes. Do the silly. Do it.
Please
Fuck the
let me
dice
do
roll.
this.
I mean, I
Let
can't
Midas witness.
think of any reason why Midas wouldn't see this.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
I'm not
wanna
hiding.
roll
Yeah,
insight.
Brawler's not hiding this.
Roll insight. On Brylar's end of this, not Teofila's end of this. I want to know what Brylar's deal is at this moment.
Okay, I'm rolling.
Yeah, I don't know if you need to roll because
And
that's a
I
19.
guess another roll on this, yeah.
I got a 19.
Okay.
So, go on.
No, this is purely a science thing.
Partner, comma, lab.
Exactly.
Or yeah.
Alright, so what the hell did you say? Because that was a lot of words.
I typed.
Thanks.
Six, 7, 8.
Oh, that is very flattering. I'm glad that I can be of help.
Oh.
I'll let you know if I think of anything, although we do have rather different fields of expertise.
All the more reason. I found cross-disciplinary research is never a bad thing, especially when it comes to making sure the things that are trying to kill us die faster.
That is true. Out of character, what's Rylor's field of expertise? Is he like a machinist or?
Yeah. Almost entirely. Basically, the way I flavor armor is essentially it's like armor, small trinkets, and small magical items. So nothing too. I think too much in terms of alchemy, and I think too much outside of things purely for protection and occasionally for offense.
I got it.
Yeah.
I would have to agree. I'm sure we'll make quite the dynamic team if we ever find something that's alchemy and metallurgy intersects.
Bombs.
Thanks, Briar.
7 nuclear missiles.
So
Whistle
how
knows
out of
where
the
it
realm
is.
out of character, how out of the realm possibility is black powder?
Black powder exists.
It's fine.
Okay, I know. So how hard is that to make
Are
on
you
the
going to make fancy guns?
I don't know, go find V's.
Yeah, she's
Doglet, I have already finished the
well,
food that you were smelling.
she might still be
She's like
tanking.
Ethan.
Saltpeter, sulfur,
She'd be like
and charcoal.
110 or something.
I mean, she'd be old as shit, but also with a family full of magic users, it's not impossible.
She's also an alchemist herself. That was her specialty. Just because the team needed another support at the time she joined.
And if you look at her father's,
Apparently, the biggest ingredient is the saltpeter, but then you do need a little bit of sulfur and a little bit of charcoal in there.
Yeah,
And then you get
black
gunpowder.
powder itself is super easy to make. I had the recipe for it saved somewhere because it's a crafting item in Wings of Aether.
fair.
But
he's gonna make
yeah, black
the rest
powder
of it.
is super easy to make. It's the more refined stuff that doesn't really exist because hasn't been a real reason to.
Need for it, yeah.
Yeah, he can work on his ratios.
Yeah.
And on
I
like
can be alerting that.
Literally,
You
the
know
only
those
art
little
I have is
dinosaurs?
with the button.
Is your tea strainer a dinosaur?
It's Nessie.
It's Nessie. Aw.
Yeah,
Aren't they adorable? I love those tea strainers.
I love. Witness the herd.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
And she just sits
They
up
should
over
totally
the
make
other.
they should make a tea strainer that's an automaton. Because it's the right
Yes.
shape, and it's just drowning under the water.
See, this one
Ah.
even fits right up to the top of my tankard.
Oh, so it's just the head peeping out?
So it's literally just like the top of her head out of my tankard, and it's wonderful.
Wonderful.
For demonstrative purposes.
Yes.
All right.
That's beautiful.
I suppose something explosive wouldn't exactly be. What is that? Well, actually, it might prove useful later, but I guess we'll deal with that when the time comes.
Indeed.
Yep, and if you need me for anything metal, I'm good with. But or just in general, and I know you're still pretty new to the party dynamic, so otherwise, just let me know.
Actually, I think there might be something. I would like your advice on helping someone process grief.
Fire! Oh my god.
The layers to this one.
That's the worst person she could have asked
Feel
about
you
this. Okay.
assume so much.
It's also the worst. Okay.
It's an innocuous question from her
She
end.
assumes. She
Okay,
assumes.
hold on. I'm rolling to see how blue screen I get from this. I'm doing a wisdom save.
What is it? A
Percentile
wisdom or charisma saving
Wisdom
throw?
or charisma
Wisdom
save, yeah.
saving throw.
Saving throw, gotcha.
And then percentile to see what percent of fucked over.
Okay, 17. So that's actually not bad. So,
Yeah, you're taken back a little bit, but you're mostly fine.
You're like, of all the people she could ask this to, and it's not Midas or Asda? Huh?
Because at some point, Midas glances back at this conversation and sees, like, an expression briefly pass over Bryler's face before he copes again, and Midas just having a moment of, like, what happened there? What happened for that part?
are you referring to anyone in particular, or is this a more general question?
I don't think. Tifa is the kind to not, like, tell the entire story at once, but she's not the kind to keep secrets, so. I mean, we all know who she's talking about.
I don't know. Can Brylar put two and two together?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, make a
Insight?
insight? Yeah,
Insight?
make an insight skill check to see if you can just put it together on your own.
After these weeks of traveling with this person.
9.
Nope.
Brylar blue screened a little bit.
I have a +1 to that.
It's okay, we love you.
Yes, one person in particular. I've noticed Orion hung up on something and I'd like to help him. Went a bit too high, that's fine.
Oh,
But we all know that about Orion's wife. Like, that was a thing that was shared at dinner. So from there, Brylar should be able to make some connections.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
right.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, buddy, what's your advice for getting over dead wife syndrome?
Yes, it's because someone who's coping so well with this himself.
So well.
I mean, this may not be the healthiest option, but I found that I don't know. I guess hobbies isn't the right, but I guess passions is the really getting into those is I found is helpful. Maybe not as a long-term solution, but at least as an icebreaker. And occasionally I might have to find some middle ground, but but beyond that, I wouldn't. Specifics may be more complicated. Healing potions heal physical damage. Only therapy can aid in emotional trauma.
Emotional damage.
So many of the players are actively in grief. In, like, stages
Everybody,
of grief.
everybody
And
raise
there's
your
the
hand.
Midas
If you got
right
someone in your
there.
backstory you're grieving.
Repeat that?
Everyone raise your hand if you've got someone in your backstory you're grieving. You're doing so good.
We're making an adventuring party. For just 10 gold a day, for just 5 silver a day, you too can support a poor mental state adventuring party in your local area. Donate now and receive this free t-shirt.
One in
Donate
100
now
of
and
you
receive.
lucky participants might end up getting to join this adventuring party on their NPC couch. But watch out!
But watch out! Some restrictions apply. See more for details.
I mean, I know Ryan's been interested in what you've been doing, and I'm also interested in what you're doing. So if you want me to organize some sort of group session for that, that could maybe, I don't know.
That sounded.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
That sounded.
Midas rolled well, so it's okay.
Laura arranges a threesome. Study session. Comma. Study session.
A good old BDSM session, Bible discussion study meeting.
Oh, I missed you guys. I missed this. Yeah.
I see. Thank you for the advice. I think I know what to do.
Of course, if you would like to just by yourself, then that's as completely your choice. But I'll be here to help you should you need it.
I don't think there's anything else that occurs on the way to Rovinello, so you guys can
Fair
make
enough.
it there in the evening.
Nice.
You know, as the sun
Oh yeah.
is setting.
Okay. I
Hell
guess
yeah.
like first branch of Midas's plans is when the
Mhm.
party sits down for dinner. Second branch of Midas's plans is right before bedtime.
One of the branches of Anya's plans is going to be after dinner.
Okay, yeah. We have an order of operations here. Anyone else have anything to add into the initiative order?
Outside of involuntary science innuendo, no.
Involuntary science innuendo is my next band name.
Put it in the Loaded Dipper channel.
I'm about to.
Alright, so in that case, I think you're up first, Midas.
Okay. So at dinner time with the entire party. Hey God, did we decide on how we're pronouncing the location name?
Let me roll a D100.
Oh Jeebus.
We're gonna say over 50 is with a hard C. It's OC.
Oh see? Okay. That's funny. Okay. So at the at the dinner table with everyone, at some point Midas is gonna pipe up. And do we have like a map at all? Like a physical map? Or are we just kind of in our brain we have geography in there?
No, you
For
probably
sure.
have a map.
I figure like
Yeah.
the school would probably provide a map or something. Because we're supposed to be adventuring out and about and fighting dragons. It makes sense that we'd acquire a map then or later, whatever. But as long as we have a map. So I think Midas would unroll it at the table so that everyone can like view it and is gonna so the rest of y'all in the call want to look at this too so you can see what's going on. So we are currently at Rovinello, which is just south of Monzio Tupo. We're at like one of the big black dots. Oh, did you open the whiteboard?
I opened the whiteboard.
Yeah.
I am having flashbacks to dads.
Yeah.
Drawing
Oh,
dicks
now I
and
have a
boobs
pen.
onto Call
Now I
of
have a
Duty.
pen. I can do it. I can do it, guys. I can do it. The most messed up thing ever. It's so bad. It's okay. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Don't worry. I respect you.
That was very sharp.
It was very
Pointy
sharp.
dick.
It was very okay.
Here,
Are
let
you
me.
are you getting us the map, God?
Yeah, I'm getting you the map.
Thank you. So I can point it out with my little red Midas hand. So let's see here. Midas hand. Okay. It get big.
He'd get big.
Okay. Whenever you're just content. Okay.
There.
That's good enough. That's plenty good. Okay. So do you see the Midas hand?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
I
so
love the Midas
is
hand.
Pointing out. So we're over here at Rovanello, and we need to go down this way to Alzano, such that we can get to the monastery. But
That is
I want to
sounding
make
so
a
much like our
request.
boss's name in the Watchers.
I want to make the request that we actually first go over here to Ohci and then make our way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Works
I
for
think-
me.
Anya agrees and then kind of curiously goes, "What's there, Midas?"
That's my hometown.
Oh,
Ah.
so we could,
No.
meet the folks important to you.
Maybe, yeah. If nothing else, though, I definitely would like to check in at the church.
I would like to make an insight check.
Go for it.
+6. 18.
That's pretty good. I don't think I could outroll that. So, what do you get off of it? I'm gonna hop over to DMs to give you the little sprinkle of something you get.
Cathania is typing. Also, that is much building.
A little brighter. A little more color. Oh,
Josh, what are you doing?
Sorry.
Josh things.
and I'll also God
Brylord
send you.
Brylord trips on a
Right.
chair and like throws the map all over the place.
Justin, I'm just messaging you what I messaged tomorrow, so you know.
Okay.
Anya clocks that and doesn't say anything
Ah.
else. Because she knows better than to press.
Yeah, but so that was Midas's goal for during dinner, was just making sure that we're going on the right pathing rather than just skipping past there, because it's not the most direct route.
I mean, that doesn't add too much time to our journey, regardless, and it might be nice for a bit of a lull.
Anya kind of nods in agreement.
I a little bit lost track of where we were because I was looking at the notes.
You're good.
Okay.
As I put the project down in preparation for my own thing.
Oh yeah, because next is Anya's turn.
Yep. So after dinner, once everyone has got upstairs back to their rooms, that I'm assuming that we've because I'm assuming this is like an inn sort of
Same-
situation.
Same
Same room.
rooming situation, I assume,
Yeah.
as the same
Mhm.
like last 2-3 times.
Yeah. There is a knock on the door of the room that Brylor, Orion, and Midas are sharing. Who opens it?
Orion will go answer it.
Okay.
You see you see Anya standing at the door fiddling with one of her armbands. And she goes, what's your passive perception, Orion? Do you
Great
see
question.
all?
Let me actually pull my character sheet up.
No, it's not.
Briar was here for the vibes. They were not expecting this.
Just for fun, do you want to know what my passive is?
Like 11.
12.
Okay.
Passive
14.
perception is 18.
Yeah, so he definitely sees the holy symbol that is now hanging off of Anya's belt.
Mm-hmm.
We were kind of there when you picked it out at the
Yeah,
storage
yeah,
room.
yeah,
'Cause that's
but
where
like
Midas
now
got
it
the
is on
contraceptives.
Anya.
Ah,
Not just
it's
like hidden
been
away like
worn.
she is wearing it.
Mm. Mhm.
And Anya looks at you, Orion, and goes, "Is Midas in, by any chance?"
Hey Midas, are you in here? And just like turns around and goes like that.
I think
Directly
Midas
staring
is
at
like
Midas.
on their bed with their notebook out, like kind of kicking their legs. It's like, I don't know, am I here?
You
Mm.
see poke her head in past Orion as she goes,
As Orion's just like staring directly at Midas.
yeah.
Yeah,
Anya
Midas's
goes,
legs are just kicking.
Anya goes, "Midas, could I talk to you for a minute?"
Yeah, for sure. And Midas will like close up their little notebook and tuck it away and go on to ya.
Anya will pull Midas downstairs to like one of the quiet tables in the corner.
Mhm.
Um, the preparation. Midas, I suppose this might be a bit of an odd question, but have you ever talked to your god?
Good question, God. I've talked to my God. Has God ever talked to me back?
You have certainly talked at them before.
Yes. Have they ever talked back? Has he ever talked back to me?
I'm gonna guess no, just based on
Yeah, sure.
everything I know about
That
Midas.
makes sense. That makes sense to me. So,
Yeah.
the question was, have I ever
Have you?
talked to my God?
Yes,
That was the question. Okay.
Mhm.
yes.
So
Your
Mice is
your god has not talked to you. How you
Mhm.
interpret "have you talked to your god"
Yeah,
is
I
up
know,
to
right?
you.
Yes, I'm aware. Because Mice's answer is yeah. Mice's answer is, yeah, I've talked to my God a lot, all the time.
Anya kind of squints for a second and then goes, "Has he ever talked back?"
Uh, no, it hasn't happened yet.
Anya will kind of pivot away from that and go, "How did you become a cleric?" I did not realize that was such a loaded question.
No
Before
one's
you
asked it yet.
while you consider this, I just want to point out like how perfect of a cleric Midas would have been like 100 years ago before gods like actually started intervening again. Like they just do their little
Yeah.
prayers. They don't ask for much in return. They don't
Mhm.
expect anything.
Mhm.
And then after the events of Sleeping Giants, suddenly you have all this divine intervention again. But Midas
Mhm.
doesn't expect any of it.
Yeah. Okay, the question of how Midas became. So,
I mean, it's not a lot,
Midas,
but still.
um, yeah, Midas says, well, um, well, when I was little, I mean, I went to church when I was a kid, but when I got older, um, I I was going through a really hard time, and so, the values of the church, I guess specifically the values of my God, uh, that's what spoke to me, and, it gave me purpose, I guess.
Okay, good. You're still there. It froze for a second. I was gonna be like, if the internet goes in the middle of
Yeah, that would
this.
suck. That'd suck,
Yeah.
though.
And he goes, "So it wasn't one thing that turned you to your god."
Um, well, I guess it depends on how you view cause and effect, because some folks might say that the hard time I was going through, that was the one thing.
All right. Um, well, then I suppose I have something to show you. And she puts her holy symbol on the table, which you are aware of. It is a thing that
Yeah.
exists.
Yeah.
And
And
she touches it, and then touches your hand. And I'm going to DM you what happens.
just so you know, like, yeah, Midas is here gasping, excited.
Yeah, it touches your hand.
Oh boy, Mars is typing.
Please share this with me as well.
Mice is so hype, and like their tail's just wagging behind them.
I just copy and paste it directly. That's why it's in second person.
Ah.
Was this from the temple?
Anya just nods.
Okay. How do you feel? Is this a good thing for you? Is this good news?
I don't know yet. Midas, when a large, glowing golden woman appears to you in a pillar of flame, you're not gonna know if it's good or not at first.
I don't know, that sounds like a good time to me.
Mice makes a
Sounds like
mental
a good
note.
time
Mice makes a mental note like, okay. Deciphering a little bit of what Anya's type might be.
I mean, that's hot, but anyway.
The council agrees. Women.
Okay. Well, there are many varieties of God. I assume that this is the one you. I assume this was the one you stopped by to see inside the temple. Okay. I don't know a whole lot about Signy. Was she nice, or did you feel pressured, or?
Well, it felt a little like I had a choice, but I didn't. Because she told me that she is the god that made me this, and she kind of gestures to her halo.
Ah, yes. Okay.
So I don't know how I feel. I
Mhm.
think I wanted to do this, but I also it kind of just happened to me.
Yeah.
Like she appeared to me and I can do this now. I have no idea what else I can do. I suppose we'll find out.
Well, the circumstances of our birth and existence are very much out of our hands, but with the gifts given, you can choose to do what you will with them. And if it doesn't feel like a gift, I don't think you need to use it. It's up to you, but I think it's pretty cool. Uh, it's certainly I do believe you have a choice on whether or not you want to be pursuing this. Um, if you do decide that this is something you don't want to pursue and you receive repercussions for it, that's a whole other matter that would need to be addressed.
And Midas will be ready to throw hands.
God, Lord,
If I need
God,
to
Lord.
punch another god, I will.
Punt the child.
But I guess that's also interesting in that this is the deity who had a hand in making you. Maybe it'll kind of be instinctual, maybe part of it will just kind of ring true for you if you do embrace it. But I don't want you to feel pressured in either direction. I mean, cleric work is work. I do find great fulfillment out of it, but like I do need to pray. And take that time for contemplations and understanding of the divine message and domain of the god that I worship.
How do you pray?
Mice breathes.
I love how in real life this is the raised Catholic asking the agnostic. about this.
Yeah. I've probably been inside of a church 5 times or fewer. Like, I'm
I'm assuming that at least 2 of those times were for weddings.
no.
Okay.
I'd get as a military family, you move around a lot, and sometimes their neighbors would be
Yeah.
religious, but they'd be friends with my mom, and so we'd go to their church for like an event. Like I think one time we went there for like either Christmas something, and there's like a dinner or food thing. Like a number of those
Mhm.
times were for food related reasons.
I've
Yeah.
been in a synagogue
So-
more than I've been in a church.
yeah,
Fish fry.
like my parents didn't get married in a church. They got married in their backyard and had a very lovely ceremony. So even then, when I was technically in my mom's womb, I still wasn't in a church. So
Fish fry.
Fish fry.
Fish fry.
I can confirm I have been in Orthodox churches repeatedly, both for SCA events and for the Greek Food Fest out in Pittsburgh, and they do Greek Food Fests here too, and just
They do it here
yes.
too.
Same thing here, yeah.
Just- Denny, if you have the chance to go to the Greek Food Fest at the Orthodox Church between CMU and Pitt, do it. Their gyros are so good.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately, it just ended like 2 weeks ago. So wait, no,
Yeah.
the next year.
It happens.
But yes, anyway.
Question: how to pray? I think God, stop me if you want to at any point in this. I think here's what my description is going to be. So I was taught how to pray in a very specific way, but over time, as I've been on my journeys and away from the church, because at this point I've been away from the church longer than I've been in it. I found kind of my own methods that I feel work best for my God and my faith. But the original way I was taught was, the very simple establishing an altar space that can be easily traveled with, and you kneel before it, bow your head, and spend an amount of time in contemplation that is sufficient. It can
Sorry, you
also
said bow your
be-
head, and my brain immediately had a deacon in my brain going, bow your head and pray for God's blessing, because Lent. We just did that.
Yeah. So have fun with this agnostic trying to talk about a kind of prayer in a fantasy world. I bow my head and spend time in contemplation. I can also review any. Here is a good question for God. Hey, God.
Mm-hmm.
Are there Bibles? Are there verse? Like, is that a thing in this world? Or is it just kind of like there's teachings and like whatnot, and maybe like whoever was the lead person of the church has their own written like kind of scripture, kind of just like morals and lessons type thing that they'd give out to folks?
Yeah,
Or like read from?
you don't have a Bible. There are scriptures that exist, and they vary a lot.
Yeah. So I think Midas sort of mentioned like depending on your faith and where you were brought up, you might have scriptures that you can recite to yourself as you feel is pertinent for whatever lessons or blessings you need. And from there, you should feel yourself be open to the divine force. But over time, mine has more modified towards spending my time in, of course, doing reviewing lessons and whatnot, and also contemplation. But I also find a lot out of, let's say, giving God a progress report on my activities and how my clerical duties have been progressing.
I suspect that a progress report like that would be
In
something.
other words, it's just me like this is me to God right now. This is me saying that Midas just like spills the tea on all the hot gossip about what's going on every time they pray.
Incredible.
It feels pertinent for my faith to do that.
Honestly, it straight up is that
Yeah.
doing that just like gossiping about relationships might be more effective than a traditional prayer for the god
Yeah.
of love specifically.
Yeah, I think Midas's church was probably more on the whole like the formal whatever, but over time Midas had just shifted towards like it's mostly gossip now.
Mm-hmm. But yes, Anya, as you were saying, sorry.
Yeah, Anya kind of nods and goes, I suspect that a progress report would be something appreciated by my god as well, because she told me that what we are doing is very important. So I suppose a report on how that's been going. Anya
Yeah.
is very much thinking about like communicating to her superior officer in this moment.
Hey, Anya, roll religion for me.
Fear.
Yeah, huh? And it
Kicking
is
my legs
plus
under my
2.
desk.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, you as you're talking about this, you get a sort of feeling of satisfaction, the sort of like a sense that yes, this is right. Progress report is the way to go.
Mhm. I may have to give them silently so as not to disturb Symbol while he's sleeping.
Yeah,
But
I like to do my prayers right in the morning if I can, if I have the choice to do so. It like kind of freshens me up for the morning. And I do typically do them quietly, because I do share a room with 2 other people who might not be interested in my kind of progress reports.
I don't know, Ryan would listen in.
Ryan doesn't get to listen, and he's like 50% of the topic most days.
For him.
Anya
He's
kind
also
of
up literally everybody else, so he's usually not in the room to begin with.
Yeah.
Also, I would like to state for the record that as this conversation started, Anya got them both like ice cream.
Aw.
So am I right now. Oh.
So yeah, we've both got ice cream while we're dealing with this very intense religious conversation.
Midas is having a great day right now. It's been a very interesting day for Midas.
But I think Anya is just like, thank you for your wisdom, Midas.
Yes, I'm Midas the Wise.
With your wisdom that's lower than mine.
Huh?
Midas is.
A whole plus
Okay, Jenny, what is my wisdom?
+2.
Okay.
I love
It's
Midas so much. With my
still hard,
entire. I need to go watch the animation again now.
Yeah.
The gift that just keeps giving for y'all. It's beautiful.
It
Yes,
really
it's
is.
Right.
It's so delightful.
Oh my goodness.
Anya goes, thank you, Midas. And I think she finishes her ice cream and heads back upstairs.
Before Anya goes.
Yes.
So Midas just stopped it, yeah. So,
Mhm.
I figure I might as well do it now before you return to your room so I don't have to knock on the door again. And Midas pulls from their pocket some contraceptives and offers it to Anya, just like, I thought this might be useful. You never know. And if you want to share some with Dahlia, because I know you room with her, feel free to do so. If that's too awkward for you, I can do so at a later time. But I'm going to be handing them out to the various members of the party just so that everyone's prepared.
Anya blinks and goes, I don't know that I'll be needing them, but thank you, Midas.
Yeah.
She will take them because it feels impolite not to.
I need to review what exactly they did, but I feel like one of them might have
a
been kind of a
preventative.
plan B.
Yeah, it's basically Plan B potion, but the day ahead, so condom
Yeah.
potion effect.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is literally just cheap intestine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one is the potion of turn off gametes for 12 hours.
Yeah. I guess
Yes,
if we
you could
need
go all
any
night if you
kind of
wanted
like,
to.
if we do need like a proper plan B situation, that's probably when we talk to the fellow alchemists, botanists
I
type
love
folks in
how
the
I
group.
can tell that Josh is the only one who picked up on what I said.
Sorry, I
I
missed it. I was thinking other stuff.
I heard it. There's I was just listening to Denny.
What were the words?
So you could go all night if you wanted to.
Yeah. It's got quite the
Like a
lasting effect.
Bucks like a truck.
Yeah, just this
That's the only option when
awkward
your coat
receipt
is
of
turned up.
contraceptives. At point, maybe Midas looks at the bag of holding and just sees that there's a bunch of contraceptives that got put back in there. But yeah, so that's all Midas had for Anya right there.
Yep, and that's all Anya had for Midas. She is going to
Okay.
bed.
Other Midas Ventures times.
Alright.
Okay, so that was them. Midas is gonna drop by Slane and Evie and drop off
Oh.
some contraceptives for them.
Oh boy.
Do you want to roleplay that out? Just say it just happened.
I would love to give you guys their reactions to this.
Okay.
Please.
So
Please.
Midas knocks on their door.
Alright, yeah, Slane will be the one to open it.
Slane, so sorry to disturb you so late. But I have some important materials to drop off with you. I'm passing these out to everyone in the party, so it's nothing strange or anything, but oh, and Evie, you too, yes. Here are some contraceptives, just in case, just in case.
I'm listening to no children, don't mind me.
Alright, let's see. First, we're gonna get Evie's reaction to that. Deception check. Oop, that's the 9 on the die. So
That child is not very charismatic.
she's beet red.
Aw, poor Evie.
And then Slane. He's not he doesn't flush the same way, but he's still caught off guard. So he's just sort of standing there dumbfounded, like, I thanks, Midas.
You're welcome. So just to briefly review, these ones function as a protective barrier for use on the phallus, and this is used as a medication that is taken beforehand. Effects last 12 hours. If you need any further assistance or aid, or if you have any intimate questions, I can help out.
Did you think we needed these?
Oh no, I'm just preventative measures, you know. We don't want as delightful as having another life in the world is, we would probably like to avoid having accidents.
I feel
I
like
don't
you
know,
roll
do you need
persuasion
these?
on that.
I can
I'm
get you
not sure
more
they
if you
believe
think you
you.
need more. Midas is now teasing them.
Oh no.
Slane, another wisdom save. Another 7 on the die. He's blushing now too.
Oh, y'all are cute. Let me know if you have any questions I can help out. It might as well go.
just shows up, just fucking rocks his socks and barely lets him get a word in, and then does not elaborate, leaves.
Yeah. Okay, and now Midas gets to go to a ride at Burlor.
Oh, this is gonna go great.
Uh-huh. Okay, so the order of operations here is going to be talking to Brylor and then talking to Orion, because there's extra that he's happening with Orion right now. So first to Brylor.
Alright.
Midas goes up to Brylor and also like, hey, waves at Orion. Brylor, okay, so, and they pull out the contraceptives. They're like, so I'm passing these out to all the members of the party. These are some contraceptives that could help out just in case. Just in case. I saw how you were talking to Teofila earlier. This one works as a physical barrier that goes on the phallus, and this is a drug that lasts up to 12 hours taken beforehand.
Your erection lasts more than 4 hours.
I see. I'm
Hold
pretty sure.
on.
I'm pretty sure.
I need
I'm
to
pretty
join
sure
on
that,
my computer for a minute. Hold
I
on.
was gonna say, I'm pretty sure these
Okay.
do nothing to stand out. So I feel like 12 hours might be overkill. If I'm being honest, might be overkill.
What
Oh
are you
yeah,
doing,
it
Briar?
doesn't do anything for stamina.
Yeah, no, it just lasts 12 hours of no baby.
It's closer to the anti-baby pilling more than anything else.
Mhm.
Yes.
It's not Viagra.
Or that new like topical birth control they're testing for men,
Mm.
the
I thought you
sunblock.
were about to talk about the irritating ass, the one with the irritating ass ads.
Please enjoy the call,
Oh,
Steph.
those ones. Yeah, no, I
On the phallus.
On the phallus?
I had to.
Midas. Why do you think I need these? Midas?
I'm handing them to everyone. It's just in case. You never know when you might need them. Well, sometimes you should know. Many times, actually, you should know. But, you know.
I love Midas.
has,
Alright.
has Orion given his reaction to this?
Sitting there in the corner, just trying so hard not to laugh at how confused Brylor is.
Okay, Midas, I'm going to. Okay, I'm going to attempt to be diplomatic with this, but do you think I have any time for this? Do you think I have any time?
People can find time. But,
Multitasking.
hey, if it's not your thing, that's perfectly okay. But
I can
just to
confirm
have
I
it.
know someone who has embroidered during an orgy.
Okay, now we're sharing a
Priorities.
bit too much.
Priorities.
I didn't say who.
Priorities. But Midas will also add since they're here. And if you have any questions or anything about intimate matters, I can help out. I am learned in these subjects. Yeah.
It's also for clarity, that was a science discussion previously. Nothing. I don't. And thank you.
A little bit of experimenting, perhaps?
We were discussing explosives, but that just.
We were discussing explosives. Like, I know you
Explosives,
were, but
say.
Talking about exploding with each other, huh?
Exploring the sciences.
Look, if you say a lot of science words slowly, they sound like sexting. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm done teasing you, Bryler. You're off the hook now. Alright, it's your turn, but I'd like to talk to you in private.
Sure.
So alright, Midas is gonna lead Orion to the same table Midas was sitting at with Anya.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I need to know, is Midas making this as awkward as humanly possible on purpose? Is just kind
Yeah.
of okay.
That was intentionally trying to just mess with Brylor to make it worse in his discomfort. Because that's who
Okay.
Midas is with Brylor.
I thought so.
Yeah. Because Midas got that insight roll. They know that there was nothing there. They just wanted to tease about it. Okay, so Orion time. I assume Orion came with and is now seated at this table nice and awkward.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
A little less
So-
awkward knowing most half of what's
Yeah.
about to happen.
So Midas starts out with, well, you know what these are, and slides you over the contraceptives.
In his pockets.
Okay, but I also want to talk about with you something important, and that's I think there's a certain someone who has a crush on you.
Huh?
Yeah.
There's a what?
Someone has a crush on you in the group.
Fucking what?
You didn't know this whole time.
How did that happen?
Oh, it happened immediately.
What?
Yeah. Now I'm not gonna name names at this time unless it gets so incredibly I can't handle it anymore that I have to say something. But for now, just maybe, you know, appreciate that you're a handsome man. You have many desirable attributes. You're very nice, you're caring and considerate. Uh you have kids, and a lot of people enjoy that. So just,
This feels like the opposite. I have a crush on someone and you know them very well.
So if nothing else, take it as a compliment. I hope you do soon find out who it is who has this massive crush on you. Like, it's so much of a crush.
He's just like making the same face. Just like
Is he
And,
is he going
and
over all the past information trying to figure it out, or is he just trying to process the possibility of this?
he's going. One, he's processing that there's a possibility of that again. Two, well, not again, but like that there's a possibility of it.
Hmm.
Two, that there is like he's running through the party members currently trying to figure out who the fuck it is. And there's only like two people that he can think, like 2 or 3 people he can think of. There is
Are
like
any of them Teofila? I must know.
one of them is Teofila.
Okay, good.
Okay, good. It's narrowing down.
Who are the others? Please share with the class.
Well, it's 2, not 3. I'm doing girl math. Because he knows for sure it's not Anya.
Yup.
Hmm.
That's sibling territory. And this is not Alabama.
you're right, this is not Alabama.
We are in Fantasyland.
East.
Yes.
No, we're in East Dakota.
No, we're
No,
not
we're
in
not in
East
East Dakota right now.
Dakota. We haven't been in East Dakota in over a week. We get like 3 days for the dads.
I mean, if we're being accurate, you're currently in like fantasy Italy.
Yeah.
We did have sushi the last place.
We did.
It's fine. Don't worry about it too. Don't think about it too hard.
Okay.
But he knows for sure it's not Anya.
Mm-hmm.
He knows it's probably not Midas, just because this is how Midas is, and Midas is like this, like, that's just Midas.
Yeah.
So that leaves 2 people. Because he knows it's not Slane and Evie. Those are his children.
Yes.
He's like, okay, it's either the one that signed up to go literally after having dinner once, or it's the one who keeps awkwardly suggesting threesomes.
Right!
Let's see if
Oh,
If-
God.
let's see if Orion can hit the corner with the brain cell.
God.
Let's grab a dice about it.
Can Midas
Oh
roll
my
insight to
God.
try to figure out if those are the 2 people you're thinking about?
Sure.
Cool.
It's
I
it's gonna be a high insight roll.
That's a 19.
Holy shit, you made it. Somehow,
Just like
just
I look into Orion's eyes and I see them, like, I can tell the processing of like going through the list of people. And then it
Especially
gets
if
down
you
to
tell her,
like
making a
2
face, like
people.
looking at somebody and going, eh.
Yeah.
somehow you managed to just perfectly fucking Sherlock Holmes this. And so you're
Like there's
just
something about how Orion's moving the eyes that indicates like they're imagining looking at 2 different people with very different heights. And so mine's
Yeah.
like, oh,
yeah,
Like
you just
basically, it's like looking straight for like Anya, looking a little bit down for Midas, and then like looking down and going, and then looking like,
yeah.
somehow you just perfectly figure out his
It'll go
list.
chart, put in my notes.
God motherfucking damn.
Yes.
I love the. It's gonna be a pretty high DC. I got a 19. Oh my god, you made it.
Midas has many ships, including ones that conflict. Uh,
And we love to see it. We love
Yeah.
So-
it. Things.
Midas is a multi-shipper.
As it should be.
Midas wants to give you time to process, but also does have more to say.
No, continues. He could just like.
Midas has more words.
I can figure that out later.
Yeah, so as per the contraceptives, if you decide that you do want to act on any of this stuff, I know you had children. I presume they came about one way or the other. But if you have any questions, it is within my knowledge to assist with intimate matters if you need it. But I also understand that if you're not at a place right now where that kind of relationship is something you want to be pursuing, so don't feel pressured either way. If nothing else, just take it as a compliment.
I mean, it's a hell of a compliment. I wouldn't know where to start with that.
That's fair. That's fair.
Not really how my family's done things. So
Oh.
really not sure.
Well, in any case, regardless of whether or not it's this mystery person, if there is someone that you find that you like spending a lot of time with and you feel like there might be something there, there's the classic, the more modern matter of taking them out on dates and outings and seeing if sparks fly, doing hobbies that you guys share in common, taking an interest in one another's professions, that kind of thing.
This is not helping him decide on who it is. Like everything Midas
Yeah,
is
no,
saying
that's not actually. Midas has shifted the gears to literally giving dating advice.
No, like absolutely. And within this dating advice, it's like,
Baby girl.
this doesn't help me narrow down my options. This does not help me decide.
I mean, do you want me to just tell you who, or would you rather let it be for now?
Kind of wants to see where this goes.
Okay, give me a clearer answer than that. I could not understand that as a response to my question.
You don't have to tell me now.
Okay.
You can keep that tucked in your little notebook.
Oh, it will be for sure.
Her husband.
But yeah, so I guess sleep well. I just go on and on off.
I'll sure sleep.
I do also want to add the flavor text that Midas will not be sleeping well tonight.
Aw, Midas.
For reasons that I don't think y'all understand. That's okay.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
God knows.
As I am stress crocheting.
I love like being all up in God's DMs. If nothing else, and I have timestamps for these things of like, this is the date where I processed this for Midas.
And we love to see it.
Just in case it ever comes up down the road, I can be like, aha, I thought about it.
Oh, right. How many vials of black dragon acid did Brylor take?
5.
You made 5 arrows, bolts.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
The next day. The next Midas thing is when we're able to see OC in the distance, but before we actually get there. That's the Midas timeline as it stands.
Have you finished handing them out to everyone?
Yeah, that should be everyone. I told. Oh, wait.
You didn't hit Dahlia.
You didn't hit Dahlia, you didn't hit Teofilo.
Or
Oh,
Asta?
no, yeah, I need to hit them up. Yes. Okay, because Dahlia rooms with Anya, and I told Anya that
Yes.
if she's comfortable, she can hand them off.
Anya is not
Dahlia.
giving them to Dahlia. You get to do that.
Okay, you'll have to tell Midas about that later. In that case, Asta and Teofilo is the last door Midas gets to knock on.
Mm-hmm. Which one of them answers? We're gonna say odd number it's Teofila. Asta answers the door.
Hi, Asta.
Oh, hello, Midas.
I have something to briefly chat with you and Teofila about. And then Midas pulls out the contraceptives. So I'm passing these out to everyone in the party, minus Symbol. If contraceptives, this is a protective barrier that would go on the phallus, and this is a medicine that you would take, and it works for up to 12 hours. You take it beforehand. You don't I'm not making any presumptions about your lives, but it's always good to be prepared just in case.
Well, thank you for the offer, though I don't really plan on doing it again anytime soon. I still have my family back on Helvetia.
It's good to have in any case, just in case to be prepared. Or I guess there's also the option if you deem that someone else might be needing some extra, you can dispense it to them as well. And just hold on to it in the meanwhile.
Well, that's a good point. I think I will hold on to it in that case. Thank you.
Yeah. Turns to Teofila.
Yeah.
Thank you, Midas. I already have some.
Okay, are you sure you don't want to top up? I got these fresh from the temple.
Uh-huh. Yeah, guys?
Oh, she's got some, does she? Is she planning by any chance?
Just wanted to bone him
Make roll
since
me
day
perception.
one.
Hold on, let me roll something really quick. Oh no, I have plenty for myself.
That's Denny reacting. I think Midas just like smiles and is like, okay, well, I have more if ever you need.
Thank you.
Ryer, I love you.
I'm glad to hear that people are being prepared. This is fantastic. I am also learned in the ways of intimate matters, so if you have any questions, I can assist.
Thank you. I will keep that in mind, although
You know what
I
size
do
font
want
that is.
to try to attempt
Honey.
to make my own potions at one point. You know my profession after all.
I see. I suppose be
I would like
wary around Brylor. He's a little bit of a silly one.
Say that again? I need to do what around Brylar?
Be cautious around Brylor. He's a bit of a silly one.
Why
My
do you
implication being that
why
if
do
you're making
you
affirmation,
bring him up?
well, I know he's been flirting lately.
Has
Brylar rolling in his grave in the other room.
has he?
Well, maybe I'm reading into too much, but like, it does sure sound like he's dropping a lot of innuendos that he disguises under science and exploration of greater knowledge
Gosh,
and what
having a
have you.
crisis.
Oh, this is fun. All right, you go. That's fun.
Teofila rolled like high for her insight, right? Earlier?
I
Did
think
you roll
so.
insight?
No, she didn't roll insight at all. Midas rolled insight and rolled
I rolled insight and I rolled well.
yeah.
I know it's a joke. God damn.
Yeah, but Teofila just took it at face value, which was the correct way to take it, but
Yeah.
still.
Ice is just stirring up drama right now.
Jesus Christ, B.
It's not wrong.
It's not.
Not
That's the
wrong.
worst part.
I
It's
need you to
not.
know that I am sharing that notes tidbit with Christina because oh my god.
So I rolled a percentile die to see like how full her stocks were. They're 93% full.
Damn, Teofila!
She's
So
missing
I'm
like
right.
one thing out of her
Not
stocks.
only is she topped up, she's ready to top. Like, I don't know, but she's ready to go.
Orion gets
She was about to-
pegged.
Yes,
she
he
was
does.
Spicy
about to-
Orion gets pegged.
Yes, he does.
She's about to
Ryder
take
does
a
not
sword
make a
taking matters
man
into
that
her own
doesn't
hands.
get pegged.
We know this.
What did you say, Josh? It's the look
No, no,
of dawning horror.
she's about like one instant away from just taking matters into her own hands at this point. So it's like she's like,
I wouldn't say that.
Orion's wife's name pronounced?
Tiarana.
Tirana. See,
okay.
the reason why Orion only has the number of kids that he has is because Tirana is like, okay, buddy, it's your turn. And they kept trying that way.
Yeah, for sure. No, they were like, okay, no more children. And she's like, I have an idea. She was an archer. She built. She was built.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
And he wasn't complaining.
What a gal.
6,
What a queen.
8.
Hold on.
I'm just curious if Teofila is implying that she's gonna make an aphrodisiac, or if she's making like Viagra type thing, or if she's gonna be making contraceptives herself. Because those, it could be either or both of those, based off her talking about making her own supply of stuff related to this.
You'll find out.
I'll find out.
Brylar with aphrodisiac arrows playing Cupid.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Midas and
Oh,
Brylor
God.
teaming up on that.
Oh god.
Horrendous.
Yeah, just the Midas on your shoulder, like with the horns and everything. Is like, shoot that one and that one.
Denny, I have your next drawing suggestion now. I'm coming into your DM.
I have so many drawing thoughts. I don't even know if I'll do them all, but it's beautiful. One of the thoughts was drawing Justin using Midas as a steel chair to hit me.
That sounds
Briar, I'm gonna
fantastic.
message you something.
All these closed door dealings.
Please
Fine,
enjoy
it's
for your
going in the
consider-
group chat then.
Please enjoy
You
for
get
your
to deal with it
consideration,
too,
Denny.
Justin.
oh dear.
I'm so glad I got you with that. Would the rest of you like to know what I said?
Yes. Share with the class.
I will put it in gay jail.
All right, so everyone gets the benefits of a long rest.
Nice.
Yay!
For your consideration, Denny.
Yeah. Do you have another? It's super normal breathing.
Yeah, you all get the benefits of a long rest,
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
which I don't think was really needed, but you have it anyway.
I know. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Teofila changes what she looks like. fun. We're saving that for later.
Fascinating.
It would be too distracting in the short term, so we're gonna save it for later.
Mm-hmm.
You'll find out eventually. Now we already have that one. We could go back to it. We already have that one.
Too distracting.
Now that's for a different character down the line. Oh. Sure. Okay.
One. Okay.
Lay it on us, God. We can take it.
I'll take her.
Everyone had to get like a little contraceptive talk. You'll take her? Is that what you just said?
I'll take her.
I know you will.
We'll
And Orion will too eventually, hopefully.
see where that road goes.
We'll see where the road goes. Midas hopes that it works out, but we'll see how it actually works out.
So
Yaha.
this morning, Teofila comes out of a room as a Goliath.
All I
Big
wanna
woman.
do is see you
What?
turn
You turn into a giant woman.
So
Any
so
other,
she
any
she is
other details
she's
for
a
us?
Goliath now.
Uh-huh.
Not quite as big as like a typical Goliath,
because she's
but still pretty. I mean, like her average form is like 6'6", so
yeah.
yeah,
She's
she's
still a
probably like
semi-giant woman.
yeah, she's still semi-giant. She's probably like a little over 7 feet tall or something.
I'm picturing Shaq size. I don't think.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Mhm.
She's about Shaq dimensions. She's
Oh
got some
God.
nice. She's got some nice like
Liz Wingus?
I was gonna say some nice like pink makeup.
Oh, cute.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Love that
Adding
for
some
her.
color.
Love that for her.
You're not wrong either, but that's not the point.
That's absolutely the point. I care very much about her bazoingas. Are they well? Are they healthy? Are they rested? Are they
Uh-huh.
cared for? Are they
They
appreciated?
rested?
Yeah.
Rested?
Rested.
What does that even mean?
Like that they're rested? Like that they're eaten? Like they're taken care of? Like they're ready to go for the
Taken
day?
care of, I understand, but rested.
Yeah.
Calm your tits.
Does this imply? I guess, but it creates the whole like dry Bowser, wet Bowser dilemma of like the inverse of rested. Were they excited once? Were they
What-
agitated? Were they just plumb exhausted? Like, I know your back can hurt, but like,
Yes, it can.
but that's separate than saying the Bazongas themselves are tired or exhausted or need to be rested.
I love derailing.
I assume any part of one's body can be tired. Your arms
If it
can
has
get
the
tired.
muscles that you use in it, was she actively like working on like flexing her pec area, or like what was?
Anyway,
I can think of other ways.
She's just
Briar
one
adding
woman,
more
and
Malibu to their tea.
she shares a room with Asta, guys. We gotta like. There's only so
Asta.
much that can happen there.
Asta, do you know if her tits are rested? This is important
You know,
information.
coming from this party, I feel like Asta would not necessarily be phased by that question.
Probably not.
Should probably just like blink and then go, anyways.
is there anything else you guys want to do in
Like that!
Rovinolo?
That Ryan's good.
Yeah,
now
Anya's good.
But now he's perceiving things.
I don't think that Midas is forgetting anything. I'm like anxious about what's coming up, so like you can't ask questions that make me doubt myself. I don't think Midas is forgetting anything. I think I prepared effectively.
I'm waiting for the weekly Midas love and romance podcast. I eat / seminar on the road.
Stress crochet.
I do think you know what, I do think since we have this moment and then we'll kick it into we're doing our journey. At breakfast, Midas is gonna approach Anya.
Give me 2 seconds. 7.
Okay. Take your time.
8.
Midas ain't going nowhere. You're good.
We get the.
Midas is just like Anya's like in the middle of something, and Midas just like starts slowing their approach. It's like,
Yeah.
Yes.
So Midas sits next to Anya, assuming there's a seat.
Uh-huh.
Let's say because no one said otherwise, there's a seat. This is a brain imagination. We can do this.
Yes.
Midas sits next to Anya and like kind of scoots their plate towards Anya, but says before Anya can say anything about that. So, to be honest, I'm pretty anxious about visiting my home. So I don't think I'm going to be doing a great job of eating food before we get there. And I know what you said, but like, it would help me to know for sure that you're eating enough so I don't have to worry about it. And I know you're on your A game.
I think Anya kind of gestures at her plate, which you can tell that there was more food on it and there is still a decent amount, so like that she is still eating.
Okay. Good. Okay.
And I think
good.
because Midas is clearly stressed, as she swallows, she wraps an arm around Midas and then just squish. Midas receives mom hug.
I think this is the first time that Anya's like Midas.
mm-hmm.
Oh, Midas, you gotta roll. Midas tears up. It's like, oh no.
Anya like feels that and immediately like turns and does the full mom hug, hand on the back of your head, like hug.
Oh, Midas will like squeeze you tight. You should. I don't know if it's a perception or an investigation because it's a hands-on thing that you're going with right now, but there's something you might notice, and I want you to roll about it.
Okay.
It's not insight.
It would be perception or investigation. Let me look at
Yeah,
my
because
stats.
it's hands-on.
Probably perception.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're not like actively looking for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. 10.
I think I guess. Because it isn't like Midas would roll deception against us or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you just kind of notice that Midas's hair is maybe greasy or something. Like there's just like a weird texture going on with Midas's hair where you're touching them.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess like, hey, with the Ted, sure, if you want, you get the flavor of Midas is wearing the earrings that you wore them and all that. Like that's it's all out and exposed, and they have like their necklaces properly out with their amulet.
Mm-hmm.
So you just
Anya is
get
hugging
that.
them so tight. Yeah.
Yeah. And Midas is hugging back real nice and tight, enjoying the embrace.
One.
I think at some point, like after a little bit of time has passed in it, Midas will whisper, "You give really good hugs."
Anya kind of smiles and goes.
Affirmations.
Anya kind of smiles and goes, "I'm a mom. It's my job."
You're good at your job. Symbol's lucky.
Anya is having a moment.
I bet.
As like Bryler asks mindly from across the table as he's tinkering or something. Oh, Midas, are you going to finish that? I'm actually rather famished this morning. Should rather famished this
Midas is just like so quick to like pass over the plates and right
Thank you. Thank you.
And I think eventually when this hug does break up, Midas is like smiling. Midas is doing better after
Good.
this.
Good, yes.
Hugs do a lot
Mom
for
hugs.
Midas. It seems.
One.
All right. So you guys finish your breakfast and get all your things ready as you continue again on the road south to Ozano.
With a new detour.
Well, yes. We're gonna detour off to OC.
Funny thing about the detour,
Yes.
Uh-huh.
after a
Oh
few
no.
hours of traveling on the road, uh you guys hear a bit of commotion up ahead. What sounds like large rocks being moved around and stuff.
Okay. Close are we to OC? Or we're getting to the detour, so we're not even actually at the city or the town.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, as you as you come up on the source of this, at one point you see a group of people sort of working on the road, as because you can see beyond them the road is in bad shape.
Good thing we're on foot, I guess.
I mean it's in like really bad shape.
Yeah,
Like
There's
unpassable?
does it look like a dragon like clawed it up or something? Like, does it seem like it's been like kind of like excavated out or
kind of a little like excavated out. There's very deep like
gouges?
gouges, tracks, like ravines. You know when a dirt road at after there's been like a ton of rain.
Are you talking about like there's like a bunch of fissures and cracks in it after that dried up, or like a mudslide?
No, like it looks like it's been washed out, kinda.
Okay.
Uh, and like I said, large rocks in the middle of it. Uh, you know, it's very uneven, big like dips and piles of dirt,
Mhm.
and it
Okay.
goes on for a while. And as you approach, one of the workers and uh, uh, a dwarven man, and with like a balding head, comes up to you. Sorry, folks, but the road isn't quite usable at the moment.
What happened here?
It's been severely damaged by a horde of giant moles.
Armadillos, keep digging.
Oh,
Holes
holy
in my
in the
fucking road.
backyard.
Oh, hi,
Yusuf,
both of them.
both of them.
Hmm.
Friends, baby children.
Certainly an
Anyone got
interesting,
shape Earth or something?
Yeah.
certainly an interesting problem to have.
Hi, Your Excellency.
Does Midas know about this being an issue common to this region of the world or the country?
No. This is this is not common for the area. Here's a good example of like what I was talking about, but like on an even more extreme scale.
Ah,
Ah.
I see. Yeah, so carts can't go over that.
Yeah, and it's not exactly easy to walk on foot either.
Sure, yeah. Kind of more of a hike.
Oh,
This
great, it's
chunk of
a
dirt road
94.
got swept away.
Yeah, that's what a dirt road looks like after like a big rainstorm, where the water has just cut a
Mhm.
track through it. It's washed out.
I
Uh,
think Midas will step up to bat to like ask on this one because they know about moles stopping.
Since when did
Moles?
druids get the spell magic?
I
Lots of
thought that
magic
was
folks
one of
get
the
the spell.
universal spells.
Oh, I'm thinking of counterspell. Delete.
Yeah. Midas says, moles? What are moles doing all the way out here?
Nobody knows. Typically they live down in the Underdark, but something seems to have driven them all the way up here.
Oh.
Well, for the moment, they've been mostly taken care of, so there's no imminent threat to the roads. Now we're just working on repairing them, but not really usable in the meantime, like I said. So there's a detour currently that runs through the village of Ohci before it comes back to the main road.
I see, God. So there was no like optional skipping OC. I was for sure gonna have to go to OC.
Yeah, I
Yep.
still wanted to include this guy. I wanted
Yeah,
to
no, I
include the bit
get
about
it.
the moles.
Yeah. Okay, because I was wondering if you're like expecting us to do something about it before we could get to OC, or if it's just like, no, you guys go to OC. So help me, God, help me. I will make you go to OC.
I know
Okay.
you wanted to go there, so I gave you a reason to go there.
Yeah. Trust me, Midas has a reason to go there. So I think by this will say, well, that works out for us. I don't think we have any way to aid you, but we're on our way to OC anyways.
Oh well, that's good then. You can follow this road over here, and it'll take you right to the village. And you'll point at a less developed but still much easier to traverse road, sort of branching off on the side. Best of luck to you all. Safe travels.
Best of luck with your construction.
So he will bid you farewell, and you guys can continue on your journey.
On the road again.
On the road again.
So it takes you a few more hours to get
Yeah, when we
OC.
see it in the distance, Midas wants to do a thing.
Eventually, after a while of walking through the plains, and the fields, you spot it off in the distance, uh, as it sits on the edge of the river.
Okay.
A
So
very
Midas.
small, modest village.
Yeah. Yeah. Making notes. Okay. Midas is gonna turn to Barlord. Ain't nobody in this party gets enough Midas. More Midas. But yeah, Midas will
Whenever
turn to
Midas is on
Barlord.
screen, everyone should be asking, "Where's Midas?"
Where's Midas? Probably up to some kind of shenaniganery. Okay, but Midas is gonna approach Brylar and have that the pinkish red shell in their hand that they have that painting of their face on. And Midas is gonna approach Brylar. Hey, so we're getting pretty close to OC, which is my hometown. When we get there, I'm probably gonna split off pretty fast to go to my church so I can check in and get updates as appropriate. But when you get there, I need you to take this, and Midas will hand you that shell. Midas says, what you need to do is you need to go to the tavern keeper, hand them this. They'll know what it means. Okay?
Is there like a code phrase for this, or am I just
Nope, they should understand it immediately.
okay?
Okay.
Insight check.
Go for it.
16.
There's shenanigans afoot.
There we go.
Shenanigans of what variety? I guess I don't know what variety.
That was also pretty good, and Midas rolled low in comparison, so I think you also get the sense that Midas is nervous.
Okay. I'm sure you are. I'm sure you know this area pretty well, so you're fine. You'll be fine on your own. But
Yeah.
you know what to find us then.
Yep. I mean,
Okay.
he'll be at the tavern.
Yeah, just make it quick.
Yeah. That's enough for that.
All right, so you guys continue heading towards the village of OC. Like I mentioned, it's a very modest village right on the river bank, surrounded by fields and whatnot. Very modest, very simple.
I mean,
I
Midas
think
does plan to
Anya
do
would
as
like
they
to like.
said, and when we get in there, Midas' plan is to split off to go to their church.
All right. So
I think Anya is immediately looking around. Just like in general, seeing if there's anything, different about this town outside of being, a modest little place.
There's really nothing different. You have a dock or two on the river for people to bring their boats and launch,
Hmm
and travel.
hmm
Uh, there's probably a decent sized tavern right on the river as well.
hmm
That's because like the most traffic this place sees is people traveling downriver from the village south of here that's also on the river to go to the coast.
Yeah.
So it's got the tavern on the river because that's where most people travel by.
Fair. Makes sense.
I figure the church thing is gonna take a while. Are y'all gonna go to the tavern?
Probably.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Houses, are at their densest in the middle of the village, where you'll have some artisans who make necessities for the community. Things get a little less dense as you move out from the center. At the center is at the center I'd say is probably uh the church to Aaron. The main road leads, to that and then continues past to the tavern. Yeah, things are densest around there. It sort of circles out from around there. Gets less dense as you go, and then at a certain point the houses stop and it's just fields for a while. Though there are some houses like kind of way out there, like sort of at the fields, like on the very outskirts of town.
Mhm.
But yeah, you guys can head to the tavern right on the riverbank.
Midas just kind of waving you guys off while headed to the church.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Annual wave.
The tavern, named the Sleeper Skiff, is a nice place. It has a little like deck area where you can sit outside that extends over the river. It's on stilts.
So it's
I,
one of those like somewhat kitschy, seaside restaurants in like Nantucket type shit.
exactly.
Cool.
That fluffy
Massachusetts
idiot.
coast motherfucker.
Or
What you fluffy idiot.
Nantucket. There's like a bunch of those in Warwick.
Yeah.
Just by me too.
This does not shock me. You're in Newport News.
Yep.
And then there's the interior tavern situation. You got the door to enter from the village itself, the door leading to the deck, and then between that is the bar area.
Alright.
Bar. Uh, Kitchen's probably in like an annex off on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the upstairs with I'd say like three floors really.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So they get a lot of travelers.
a decent amount for the size of the village.
Mhm.
Although it's never really full, so
Yeah.
Alright.
Mhm.
so you got the ground floor, second floor, third floor.
Gotcha. Alright. I'll say, yeah, Barlow is usually the one who does the talking here, but who's starting the talking, I guess. Let's start.
Probably Anya. Give me 2 more stitches.
Gotcha.
Oh,
So,
you also have a mission.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So I'm trying to see what best way to do this is.
Anya will probably walk up to the person behind the bar and go, "Hello, we're looking for room and board for all of us."
Let me roll my thing to. It's a kobold. The tavern.
It's a
Is
kobold.
it blue?
Hold up. Let me see. The tavern keeper is a very old kobold.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a chromatic color.
Ugh.
Uh-huh.
Uh, it's green,
Damn it.
So
like a
close.
seafoam green.
Cute.
Cute. Anya is very much smiling at him.
Oh yes, I can do that for you.
What's our usual room count, squad? This is me, not Anya.
Scrolling.
Slain
How,
Evie, Astatiaphila, Bralor Midas, Orion, Anya, Symbol.
4.
Dahlia. So yeah, 4 rooms.
Symbol Dahlia.
We
Yeah.
usually take up 4 rooms if you have the space.
oh my. Well, yes, we do have the space.
I think we'll only be staying here 1 night.
Most folks do. Where is it that you're headed?
This is Ro forgetting. Hang on.
City of Ozano.
Ozano. We're heading to the city of Ozano.
Ah, travelers. Well, I hope that you don't have too many more detours on your way there.
We appreciate. We were planning to come here anyway, but the detour was a bit of a surprise.
Oh, what brings you to this little village?
One of our party who is off checking on something else is from here.
Oh, I see. Well, it must be nice to come home after a while away.
Anya decides to lie to this man and just nods. Because Anya clocked things. But I think Anya says, it's always nice to go home. Which is also a lie from her, but you know.
I was gonna say.
Well, it's a, a teensy bit late, but if you want lunch, I can still help you with that. It'll be a while before dinner.
If you wouldn't mind, we'd be very grateful, yes. Especially as Anya probably has a hangry child on her hip.
And Aura, who is climbing on Orion like a jungle gym.
Oh yeah, I should
Yeah,
mention
Orion's
that
just stand. Oh, for the love of God!
the kobold is standing on like a
Please
barrel or
unfreeze.
something behind the bar, so
Please, I beg.
he's
Of course.
same level as you.
Before you do that, our party member
Claims I have internet.
men-
Discord, what are you doing?
who's a resident of this area said to give you this and says that you would know what to
Discord.
do with it.
Discord, I beg.
Brylar hand over
Discord,
the shell.
please.
Oh, not Discord.
Test. Mars, can you hear us? Mars?
Hi, Yusuf.
Test. Nope, we're gonna lose Mars.
Oh, yeah.
Here, in the meantime. Enjoy.
Little puppy.
I love Yusuf.
Damn.
Zero thoughts had empty. Zero.
There they go.
When will my Anya return from the war that is fighting the internet?
Welcome back.
Jesus God. The reason you're getting my messages is because my phone is perpetually on data these days. Hello, Yusuf.
I love Yusuf.
Hello, baby boy.
Ryler was
Okay,
just
yes.
presenting the little shell.
Right.
Yes.
What was it that you said?
The person from this area told me to give you this and that you'd know what to do with it.
Okay, so he's gonna roll history.
I mean, he's old, is what you said.
Yeah.
It's been 5 or so years. 5 years and change.
That is not enough. There's not enough history.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay.
Well, I'm
Right.
sorry to inform you, but in this part of the country we use gold for currency.
Ugh.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Poor Brylar.
That's beautiful. Because it has like a little painted face on it and everything. As if it was a minted coin. Oh my god.
I'm much ready to continue this conversation.
So what, you mean you don't run on the Midas standard?
Nope. Brylar's gonna just toss over 2 gold and awkwardly walk away.
Does he take the shell back?
Yes.
Delightful.
Marking off 2 gold.
It's a shame that Midas didn't get to see this happening.
2 gold, okay.
I think the kobold will turn back to you, Anya. Is that how they pay in dwarf country? I thought they lived in the mountains.
Well, I've got no idea how they pay in the mountains, but in the rest of Aspo, we use gold as well.
Huh.
Brylar has left the building, by the way.
He's gone.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Brylar
go
just
walk around
has
town,
the-
I guess.
I wonder what that was about then.
I've got no idea, to be quite honest.
Anyway, let me see if I can find you something that's still hot.
Thank you kindly.
I'm gonna say that the sleeper skiff has like pub food.
Nice.
Delicious.
Giant pretzel.
No, like pub food.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell
Like
yeah.
like Scotch egg, bangers and mash, Guinness pie.
Mm-hmm.
I did finally try a Scotch egg a couple months ago. It was very nice. I tried twice. I go some brats right now. I should make brats again. Sure.
Brats are good.
Always good, yes. There we go.
All right. Now is a good time to move over to Midas in that case.
Mm-hmm. Midas make sure that their clothing is nice and tidy, their hair is in place, they look as presentable as possible.
I love the little rabbit you have, Denny.
Yeah.
Emotional
Oh,
support rabbit in these trying
Emotional
times.
support,
oh,
yeah.
what day is
Yeah.
it?
Good question. I think
I have not
the
updated it.
calendar,
The
it's been one day, so it should be 28th.
What day of the
Spagetta.
week?
Good question. At some
Oh
point
no,
we
we have a
addressed
day of the
that.
week at some point recently.
I think it was Usui a while ago.
It would have been
Mm.
right. It would have been yesterday. Since we determined that when you got
Well,
to
Usui was the beach day. Then the next day, Tuesday, is when we went to the temple and traveled. So it should, yes.
okay, so
So
today
today is the Tortui.
is Beth, which means
Right. Yes, it is best.
so it's like a Thursday, which means that Galcia's rest day, it's like typical Sabath, is tomorrow. Okay, so in that case, the church is not too crowded then.
Mm-hmm. Midas goes in there and looks for some familiar faces, specifically head of the church type folk, leaders in the church.
So you enter the church and you find it pretty much the same as the last time you were here, like
5 years ago.
Yeah, 5
Yeah.
years ago.
Kind of weird and terrible that it hasn't changed, but also good. It's weird.
I don't know if you have like I don't know if you have like a pre-established idea of how it looked when Midas left.
I did not know.
Okay.
If anything, I figured it was relatively well upkept. This is Galcia, so it makes sense that they put a lot of effort into making sure their churches look nice. Even if it is like if it seems to be that yes, this is the only church in this town. It's their main spot, so it'd be in good shape. Perhaps a lot of people donate, or how taxes work here. I don't know, but well maintained. Not as grand as that Temple of the Divines that we saw in the one place, but like maybe they have like one solid good like stained glass window. And there's a lot of like pinks and whatnot and reds, especially reds.
Yeah, there's pinks and reds. There's not exactly pews. It's a very open floor plan.
Mm-hmm.
There's some side rooms and whatnot. Actually, you know what? Can I get an interior? Yeah, I think this is a decent. I think this is probably a decent representation of like sort of the floor plan at least. You got this wide open space. Pillows around it, some benches to sit on. Probably some more benches.
Is that
And
from
stuff.
Genshin?
Briar can tell you where that's from.
Briar, where is this from?
What?
The thing in
Okay.
Gay Jail.
Oh, that's the Temple of Kinneret in Whiterun.
Why am I not surprised? As soon as you said Briar can tell you where it's from, I was like, it's gonna be from fucking Skyrim, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
is
it's not that
The main
big.
temple. But those little like sinks in the floor have like flowing water in them, and it's really cool.
Yeah. I don't think that's the case here.
Mhm.
So that's one of the differences. There are some like side rooms, to stuff that lead to other parts of the temple, but the main room is this kind of like not too big open space. You do have sort of similar to the sanctum at the Temple of the Divines. You have some reliefs or maybe some stained glass art on the wall featuring like, famous love stories or just like general depictions of love and devotion. You got some roses around, symbols of Aaron. And yeah, like you said, a lot of pinks and reds. The altar uh at the back is a lot more elaborate than what's depicted here. And yeah, looking around, you can see some people. A nice cat.
Hello, Ellie.
Oh, Ellie.
I like the little swish swish of the tail. Big bushy tail.
E.
Uh, yeah. So Midas. Things are largely the same as the last time you were here. You said you were looking around for familiar faces.
Mm-hmm.
So there are several worshippers in a handful of worshippers in the church right now. Uh, maybe like a cleric or two that you recognize from your time here. Uh, at the opposite end, next to the altar, uh, you see someone that you don't recognize in the robes of someone that you should.
Like fully, I don't recognize this person, but based off their like. Okay. So I guess my follow-up question is this like based on this person's attire, are they supposed to be high ranking in this church?
They are wearing the robes of the archdeacon.
It's pretty big, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, you don't recognize them at all.
Not at all. Are they an interesting race or are they a boring race?
Damn.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Damn.
Is this a human? Is this an elf? Or is this like funky? You know?
Okay, so you aren't really noticed at the moment. Everyone
Cool.
everyone collectively rolled a 3 on perception.
Cool.
What?
That's fine. That's fine for Midas.
Uh,
I guess based off this answer is going to determine what I do next.
they are in fact a human.
So Midas's first move is to go to one of the familiar faced clerics to talk to first to get the hot gossip about what's up with that.
All right. So you can approach one of the clerics that you can approach one of the clerics from before, a dragonborn that you know.
We give a good old greetings.
Oh, Midas, you're
Yeah,
back.
I am. Temporarily.
Ah, I see. What brings you back?
We're passing through the area as part of I properly graduated from the Dragon Hunting Academy. We're passing through on a lead that we have that's taking us to the Grand Knights down south.
Ah, I see. So you'll only be here a day, I take it?
Yes, just the one day probably. I just wanted to check in, I suppose, on the important matters.
Uh, okay, that's good. Uh, well, not much as uh, uh, not much has happened here recently.
Uh, when did the changeover happen for the Archdeacon?
Oh, yes. Aside from that, well, it was about 2 or 3 years ago now.
Ah,
The former archdeacon, he had a heart attack.
oh no!
Yes.
That's
Well,
ironic.
he
Don't
was
say ironic.
he was he was rather up there
Yeah,
in
yeah.
age, and now Beskara is our new archdeacon.
Hey, great. Well, I suppose I should make my introductions and just give my report, and we can move things along, I suppose.
Yes, yes, that would be great.
Yep. So, yep, Midas is gonna go up to Beskara.
All right. So yes, you step away from the other cleric who turns and goes off into one of the side rooms deeper into the temple.
Mm. Just gonna tuck my friend in here. Just needs to be closer.
Valid.
But yeah, Midas is gonna approach Beskara
Yep.
and
And
say,
Beskara is a fairly young man. He looks to be in his like
Hmm.
mid late 20s.
Hmm.
He's tending to the altar right now. You can go up and get his attention.
Yeah, Midas is gonna go there and say, "Greetings, Archdeacon Beskara." Yes.
Ah, yes. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm Midas. I actually grew up here and have been with the church for over 5 years now. Um, I'm sorry to hear about the passing of your predecessor. Um, I I won't be troubling you for long, but I just wanted to pass on an update about my doings as I was sent on mission to assist with the dragon hunting efforts with the academy.
Ah,
And
Midas.
I
Oh, please
yes, go ahead.
finish.
Oh, just that after that, I would like to have the opportunity to check on some very special individuals to me that I believe you should still have in your care.
Ah, Midas. I've heard many things about you. It
All
is.
good, I hope. Midas kind of grins a little cheeky.
Well, it is nice to finally meet you. And thank you for your words. I never met the former Archdeacon. I was trained at one of the smaller temples to Aaron in Monsieur Tupou, and after his passing, uh, I came down here to. I was sent down here to fill the role and assist.
Well, by the looks of things, you're keeping the place in tip-top shape. It looks lovely.
Thank you, thank you. Uh, I had heard about your mission briefly, so I'm glad to hear that it goes well. Uh, may may I ask uh, what your next step is?
Yes, we're following a lead that's taking us south to see the Grand Knights at their monastery. We believe they might have further information for us as we're studying movements and what have you of the dragons. Um, it might be good for us, anyways, to head in that direction. We started off by heading. Let me pull up a map. I should just have a map up. Where is my map? Uh,
East.
we started off with Losevia in the east and Yavalo. Had some progress there, including on the coast. I've heard from we actually came from up north in Monzio Tupo coming down, and we did hear that a lot of cleric folk have been sent along for first aid efforts. So depending on how our travels might take us, we might also be able to chip in slightly. But next
Yes,
step is to go to Alzano and a little further then.
I see. Yeah, yes, several of our clerics have been called away to assist in that, but thankfully we still have enough to manage everything here. And I wish you the best of luck in your journey, and may Aaron protect you.
And you as well. um,
Thank you, although I think in the business you're dealing with, you might need it more than me.
we can all use a little love in these trying times. Uh, that matter aside, would you know, are they being kept in the same room?
Uh, He's gonna roll history because
Mm-hmm.
this is kind of before his time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He has enough history.
Thank God. Jesus.
All right. Well, uh, you know that they were being kept in one of our rooms. My predecessor decided that wasn't sustainable, and so, to my understanding, they were moved to the catacombs instead.
All right. Um, I'd like to visit. Uh, I presume that I may do so, but is that all right with you?
Of course it is. Uh, I will take you myself.
Okay. Um, I have to make a decision right now. Is the implication here that the only way I'm allowed to go down into the catacombs is with the Archdeacon as my guide? Because the
uh,
issue is that I have plans to visit a second time, but if that's not an option, I might have to combine my plans.
he's gonna take you now.
Yes.
Uh, but you are
Because you know my plans, yes, you know? You remember?
vaguely. It's been a while.
Okay, I'll quickly DM you.
All right. Uh, uh, yeah. He's taking you now, but uh, logically speaking, you are a member of the church and should have access to all its facilities.
Okay.
And
So
and
that
and Viscar
yeah.
is a pretty friendly dude.
Okay. So it's not an issue to do a second visit. Okay.
Not
And I can just do
necessarily,
that
yeah.
on my lonesome. Okay, cool. But yes, I would then yes, might as well like to take this opportunity to go visit.
You good there, Midas?
I'm doing so good. I don't know if y'all picked up on all the hints I have been going on multiple levels.
I don't know. It's funny watching. It's fun watching you squirm. I love it.
Yeah.
Lots of hearts. I love
Yeah.
Midas developments.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So normal. I'm so normal.
Tasty Midas lore.
Yes.
I saw her.
All right.
Catacomb. God, they moved him to the catacombs. Jesus. Okay.
I mean, you know what the former archdeacon was like.
I know. I was kind of expecting worse. This is just sad. They're just like, ah, damn. And like, I know Midas felt that immediately. Jeez. Like, part of me was worried that they were just gonna be gone. And part of me was like, is that the potential combat that he was planning for Saturday? Don't worry about it. Okay, let's keep on this track.
All right. So the archdeacon, you you Midas would know this. To explain to Denny, uh, there's not really like a cemetery or graveyard in OC. Instead, the deceased are kept underground beneath the church in the catacombs.
Mhm. Oh, I got put in the conspiracy board.
Oh.
Oh, that's a fun one. That's new. That's very new compared to all the other
Oh.
cases. Okay. Yes, the deceased are kept down here instead of buried
Yep.
in like graves. Okay.
So the Archdeacon will take you through one of the side rooms.
Mhm.
Uh, deeper into the temple before you reach uh one room with a set of stone doors in particular. You can open those. And you have the stairs leading underground to the catacombs. The Archdeacon takes out uh he'll take out a small. Actually, he'll probably just like take his uh take his amulet uh of of Aaron, and
Mhm.
he'll hold it up in his hand and cast light on it,
That's fair.
providing a soft, yellow orange glow uh as you descend underground. And you it doesn't take long for you to reach the catacombs themselves, and you are traveling through it, passing by all of the deceased in their uh, coffins, uh, you know, in the alcoves in the walls, because they're at least not kept in the open air.
Yeah. Did they put them in boxes? Oh god. Or are they just there? Yeah. I also like the fact that the torch is more for his effort because I do have dark vision.
Yeah.
Or human eyes.
And after a little bit of traveling through and going past some twists and turns, you arrive at one alcove where Caius and Xyces reside.
Where what?
Caius and Zacy's. I can write it out. Yep, I got you. I got you. C's with the redacted. I got you. Ah.
They have been given their own alcove.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and they have been laid down head to head. So you can see, parallel to the hallway, so you can see their entire bodies.
Do they look okay? Or is there any damage?
No, there's no damage.
Okay, good.
They look exactly the
As they
same as
did?
the day you left.
Uh-huh. Okay. This is very
Even
much doing like sentimental stuff of just like approaching I think of the situation of approaching Zacy's and like laying a hand over their hand.
Even though they have been moved here, they are well looked after, just like all the other dead.
They're not. They're not dead. They're not dead.
I apologize.
I understand. I actually have I have many beloved companions, and two of them who I've met in my time, they've been studying how to mend this perchance, and they still have much
I'm just getting ice cream.
to. Okay. Um, they still have a ways to go as it pertains to ingredients and their concoctions, but this isn't the end. I think. I think there's. This isn't the end.
Are you actually fucking clean this time?
Ah, I see. Well, that's great news then.
Might
Uh,
take some more time, but we'll get there.
uh, I think Bascara is going to roll insight here.
Yeah.
Uh, he's gonna roll insight to see like how Midas is doing. What's Midas' reaction to this?
Might just get therapized. uh, how'd your roll go?
uh, 18 on the die.
I think that's good. I think that's probably good. You know, Midas doesn't have good stats. I don't even know why I'd roll against this. I don't think Midas is doing a
Probably.
good job of hiding anything right now.
They're also a cleric, so wisdom is gonna be their
Yeah.
highest stat.
Yeah, I think you're good. Like, okay, so here's the Midas's deal, right? If it was even to be deception, it's +0. So, I think this guy gets to pick up on, okay, Midas is hopeful, but also kind of in denial and kind of like just shocked by seeing these two people surrounded by corpses. And like that's just like kind of messing with them.
Right.
Like just like a this is so important that it be okay at the end. But it doesn't look like this is a person who's at that state of denial where they're about to have their breakdown and accept it. This is before that point. You know?
Gotcha.
Like, Midas is keeping it together.
It seems like you are unhappy with the situation.
Well, a family shouldn't be separated. Not a loving one. Uh, and no one chooses this. But we're gonna make good things happen here.
I meant with their care. If you prefer, we can take them out of the catacombs.
Um, I wouldn't want to impose. Um,
This is
I'm
Denny
I'm
speaking now.
I'm sure that the prior arch yeah, I'm sure the archdeacon had good reason to free up the room upstairs if it was untenable.
they are the loved ones of a member of the church, we can make amenities.
I think Midas needs to roll insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're having to fight against old stuff. 16. Is this earnest? Is this
Yeah.
legit?
Yeah, this dude's genuine.
Yeah? Okay.
How does that feel, buddy?
Right? Yeah.
I bet you weren't expecting this.
Yeah. But Denny, was not expecting. I was expecting it to be worse, not better. Jesus.
Gotcha,
Okay.
asshole.
Yeah, you did. Damn. Oh, Christ. Okay. I think Midas is like getting against their emotions a little bit and like turns to the Archdeacon and says, I'd appreciate it so much to know that they're being tended to and just they aren't dead. It's a terrible condition to be under, but they've not passed yet. There's still time.
Of course. Your family still has its old home, right?
That's a fantastic question. We lived further towards the outskirts. God, do you remember what we decided on that front? I know, like, I mostly left it into your hands about what happened. I don't remember if we talked about whether a neighbor would look after it or what.
Uh,
The most scrolling to do. Like, we talked about how Midas would most definitely if there was any doubt about this, like, whether or not the house would be okay, especially given 5 years of stormy weather and whatnot, and maybe neighbors not being totally reliable, they'd rather keep these people with the church instead. I don't know, like, that could mean literally anything happened to the house in the meantime,
all right.
because there's no one there.
I'm looking through DMs too, just for information.
Yeah, go back to the 24th of April. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think it left it open for
Yeah,
whatever you want to do to the house. But just enough that they didn't trust a neighbor to deal with it.
right.
So I guess Midas to say, well, I don't know. I hope it's fine. We lived further towards the outskirts, and I mean, I do plan on checking it before I go, see how things have changed. But it's been 5 years.
Right. Well, I haven't. It's the outskirts, and I haven't heard of anyone moving into any houses out there, and
Mm.
I'm well versed in the goings on of the community, as you
Of
might
course.
imagine.
Hmm.
And I haven't heard of any houses collapsing either, so it should still be there. You can check on what state it is in, and if you find it suitable, then you can send word, and we will bring them there and send someone to check on them every once in a while.
Yeah, we can do that. Thank you. What you sipping on, God?
A hard peach.
Gotcha.
Tasty.
Mike's hard peach lemonade.
Nice.
Mhm.
I can have those again.
Yeah,
'Cause peach?
because peach.
And lemon.
Yeah, the acidity. Mm-hmm. Citric acid.
Each.
But yeah, Midas expressed your gratitude. That's the last thing that happened, I think.
Yep.
I think in any case, Midas does want to have just some like one-on-one time with these two people, even if they're in their current state.
Of course. Will you be able to find your way out of the catacombs? They aren't
Yeah.
too large.
Yeah. It's been some years, but I've been down here before, yeah.
Excellent.
And
I will.
my eyes can handle it.
I will head back upstairs then. I will be
Mhm.
in the temple if, should you need me again.
Mhm. Yeah. So Midas is gonna take some time
Mm-hmm.
holding their hands, pressing kisses to their foreheads, whispering to them reassurances. Taking some time to reminisce about ye olden days.
You're gonna make me cry, Denny.
You're not ready. Because eventually Mice is gonna go upstairs.
Yep.
And the question is whether or not to check on the old home or deal with the next part of the catacomb situation. I think Mice
The
is,
next part would probably be, uh,
yeah.
well, the next part would require going back to the catacombs again,
Mhm.
and doing everything down there.
Right.
If the house is in good enough condition, you would have more space and more privacy there.
Rather than just sneaking some strangers down to the catacombs. I think that probably makes more sense than going to the house first. Hey, is Brylar out walking on his lonesome still? Is there a chance that Midas runs into Brylar outside?
Presumably. How about you guys both roll a D100 for me?
100,
Okay.
okay.
Ba, 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 ba. 13.
10.
Oh, you do run
Damn.
into each other.
Okay.
So Midas, as you exit the temple, and you start wandering around a little bit in the general direction, you
Yeah, I don't even
bump
think
into
Midas is
Brylor.
focusing, so it's straight up a bump into, because Midas's brain is so far elsewhere right now.
Extremely
So
fair.
literally bumps into Brylor. It's just like a oops.
I tried your shell thing. I don't think it took.
What happened?
I think the innkeeper thinks I don't know how currency works. So you can have this back.
Why don't we hold on to it and try again somewhere else?
Things people think Brylor does not understand. Currency and elf birth.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I haven't seen it yet.
Jesus Christ. That's so cursed. Um,
You want to watch an elf give birth, sir?
I have not been proven otherwise. I have not been.
Marla, are you free right now?
I mean, marginally. Why?
Marginally.
Yes, I didn't. I think that's just right.
Oh, okay. Do you want to go to my family home?
Do you want to wait for everybody else, or just? Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Ah, don't mind me, my yarn tried to run away.
Okay. Just Midas will walk a Barlow over to their home.
All right, it takes you It takes you a while to get there. It's probably like a mile or so away from like the village center.
Hmm.
On the outskirts of the village. Uh, past some of the fields, top of a hill, that type of deal.
Hmm.
And the state of the house from the outside is pretty
Thank
good.
God. Okay. I was
It
afraid.
it's not bad. I mean, these shutters on the windows were closed.
Yeah. It makes
The
sense that Midas would have turned down the place a little bit.
yeah, kind of prepared it for being away for a while. The roof has been in better condition.
I have a
Uh,
question. In
Maybe
this
there's like
fantasy setting, how does mail delivery work? Would there be a bunch of letters at the front door or inside through like a little hatch?
uh
Or perchance at a little box somewhere?
some people might have like boxes for mail, but that would be an individual decision.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of mail, some mail is delivered magically,
Mm-hmm.
so it just goes directly to the person.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, a lot of mail is given by directions, so it'd be to this person who can be found in this place, or to the little house on the outskirts of OC on the hill.
Yeah. Because it's
Uh,
the situation, right, where Midas does not know where Comfy is, and so would have addressed letters to them as best as possible, but without knowing where they were. Where he was would have possibly also been like alternate address is this house specifically in OC.
yeah. Uh, uh, if there's no like box for mail,
Mm-hmm.
or I don't think there would be like a mail slot
Mm-hmm.
because uh because any courier would just like knock on the door and deliver it directly,
Mm-hmm.
rather than dropping it off. So anything that is dropped off would be like slid underneath the door.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Well,
but yeah, uh the door it's a little it takes a little bit of elbow grease to open. The hinges have rusted a little bit. Uh,
yeah.
Maybe there's like a crack or two on the wall, but this place is actually pretty good. Yeah, I'd say it's like 80% good.
Yeah. All
Being
this
abandoned for 5 years, that's pretty good.
Yeah, is all the stuff still inside? Does it seem like there is ever any break-in or anything? Is it just untouched and kind of dusty?
Yeah, I mean there's a ton of dust on everything, so some spider webs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But everything is still really here. Your outskirts house in a tiny village. Not exactly uh prime burglar target.
Sure. Got lucky though. Still 5 years. Uh,
Yeah. Hey, Brett.
Surprisingly, this is probably weird for him.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
uh, there
Welcome to
is
this abandoned house.
there is a pile of letters,
Yeah.
uh, that were slid underneath the door.
I think Midas will,
Small
assuming,
pile of letters.
yeah, if all of these are the ones that are ones from Midas, they'll take those ones and like neatly stack them over on like an end table or something nearby.
Mm-hmm. Do you
Um,
just stack them, nothing more?
Well, I think Midas would flip through to see if there was anything else that wasn't from Midas in there. Like if any other mail got sent to the house.
Nothing else not from Midas, although give me an investigation check.
Ugh, why'd you do this to me? You know I roll bad. Investigation. Where is my investigation? Oh, it's not gonna be good. Do you want to guess what the modifier is?
-1.
-1.
It's a -1, and I got a 5.
Okay,
Oh.
so you don't take notice of anything else.
Okay, that's fine. But it gets stacked away neatly, so it's ready to go. If anyone comes home. Okay, I think after accomplishing that one task, might as well like make a grand sweeping motion for Brylore's sake and say, "So this is where I grew up." And like start taking him on a tour through this dusty house of just like obviously this is the dining table, this is the kitchen, over here is the master bedroom. If you look at the door frame, you'll see that there's a bunch of bite marks. That was from when I was real little. And
Oh, Brylar, something you
Yep.
noticed. The bed in the master bedroom, very big. Huge bed.
yes. Yeah.
Huh.
hmm I think Midas is mostly just like recounting typical harmless childhood type stories. Like at one point I want them to go into like whatever closet wardrobe situation is, and I'm sure a lot of the clothing is not in fantastic condition. After 5 years without washing and just hanging there, moths might have gotten to it a little bit, but they want to try to find something that isn't terribly moth-eaten but is small to keep as like a memento on their journeys because it's been a while. Uh, but they'll like share stories of like, um, uh, like so one of my parents actually knitted this one themselves. They're really into like arts and crafts and stuff, and so he made a lot of these things by hand. And like digging through the back of the closet, like pulls out like a tiny outfit. It's like this is one of the first things that they try to get me to wear. It was hilarious. Uh, like just like going through like stories of that kind of caliber. Um, I think you do see a lot of doodles have been posted up on the walls. That's a fantastic point. Is it time to share this one specifically? Oh my
I was
god,
gonna say,
hold on, hold
I was
on.
gonna say, it's gonna sound awful, but are there signs of violence in here?
Kinds of okay, from my end, speaking as like there wasn't any burglary or anything. No violence.
Okay.
So I think because the
So,
stuff would have been posted on the wall.
so it's just rather conspicuously empty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me double check. Because I'm pretty sure this is something that would have been posted up. Yeah. So it's I just sent Josh that one family picture that Midas drew in crayon that the rest of the
Ah.
team doesn't get to see yet.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
Mean. Rude. Show us.
What'd you pin?
Don't worry
Oh, I
about
see,
it.
I see, I see. I see. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
I see. Yeah, actually I should review that too to see what our decision was on that one.
Okay.
It was between 2
Okay.
and 3, but I don't think we settled on one of those.
Yeah. I think it was in either case there wasn't a violence that we could tell, so
Right.
right. Sorry, just the conspiracy board. I'm happy I'm giving y'all juice and like some stuff to work on. Uh very creative. Uh so you get to see art of that caliber of Midas with 3 adults. Um and uh that's like posted up on the walls and stuff.
Mhm.
Uh And Midas is more or less just kind of rambling as they like check on things throughout the house and see how it is. And I guess overall they're noting how dusty it is, or maybe there's a bit of the roof that could be patched up and whatnot. Does Brylar say anything?
Ooh. Okay. I'm not sure how probing Brylar really want to be in this situation considering recent events.
I might just teased him too much. And now he's not gonna ask probing questions about Midas's family.
Ah, that could be useful for you in this situation. I was talking to
What?
Josh.
Ah.
DMing Josh.
Could be.
It
Yeah.
it could be useful for you and for Midas.
Fear? Question mark?
I'm trying the best way to phrase this. Well, this is certainly. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what I was expecting, but this seems homey. Do you need any help straightening things up, or or you just want to? Uh,
Well, uh, we don't need to linger especially long here, but if we could get the bed prepared for some guests, I suppose. Just a little bit cleaner in that room specifically, if possible. I think the rest of it can be left as is, and to the so Brylar, uh, I'm gonna need your help with something today.
Sure.
Um,
I mean, as I never quite got the hand of prestidigitation, but mending is something I do pretty well. So,
yeah, and like I we can do that part pretty fast. That's fine. But
Yeah, mending could instantly fix
and I do
some
have
of those problems.
prestidigitation. So the cleaning part can help out with unsoiling things. Um but it's gonna be a weird ask, but I'm gonna need you as emotional support later. And my plan is to take you and Orion to see some of my parents. Uh to help with an investigation. I the moral support's the big thing, and I think you can help with me a lot with that.
okay. Sure. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so we're gonna want to make the bedroom livable standard, uh, and then we'll move on to that part. Um,
Right.
so yeah, might as well use prestidigitation to clean. So I'm pretty sure that's what it can do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Cubic foot at a
Yes.
time.
Basically, yeah. Brylar will wait till Midas points out where to mend things, and he'll start mending things.
Yeah, just like the
Yeah.
whole effort of like taking all the sheets off the bed, balling it up, prestidigitation because 1 cubic foot, and like trying to get as much in as dense of a chunk as possible, and then like laying out the sheets again and noting out spots where the sheets have been maybe worn out a bit or like moth bitten a little bit, and like guide Brylar to do that while Midas works on like other bits of the room just to make it a little bit better. Whatever sheer curtains that they have over any windows, um, to try to let there be light if the shutters get opened. Um, Making sure, because I'm pretty sure Midas would have cleaned out the fridge. Making sure that like the fridge interior, not fridge, but like whatever like food storage areas Anything that would have gone bad in that absence, Midas probably would have chucked, but like try to make sure the area is clean of any rodents or anything.
You were the last one here, so
Mhm.
did you leave food behind in like a root cellar or something?
I imagine there could have been some preserved something that like. Well, no, actually, I don't think at this point in time they'd have anything that would last years and years. And Midas had no idea how long they were going to be gone for.
Hmm.
So probably everything would have gone bad in this amount of time. Uh, maybe they left behind some salt, but like,
Well, salt doesn't go bad, so
yeah, salt's fine. If they managed to have honey, they probably kept that. Even if it's crystallized, it won't really go bad if it's been treated.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, you don't even have to treat it as long as there's no water in it. Honey won't go bad.
yeah. So,
Yeah, you got some Twinkies on the shelf.
yeah, fantasy Twinkies.
I was gonna say fancy spam, but yeah, fancy.
Fantasy Spain. Nah, that stuff goes bad after just a couple of years.
Does, yeah.
But yeah, we try to make sure everything is nice and tidy and clean, best as possible. And the idea being that like perchance whoever is then gonna come in to like help take care of things might want to keep some food in the area, and so doesn't want it to be a situation where it's like filth all over the place. If there is like an outhouse situation, might as well trudge over there and use some prestidigitation on it. Try to keep it clean. Because it's been a while. But yeah, just that kind of stuff, and then leave it there. It doesn't need to go through the effort of like cleaning the kitchen table or like whatever living quarters there were. Um that kind of thing. That seems like something that can be like left. Keep things simple. Because then Vitus is next going to go to the tavern to meet up with some and acquire a certain someone. Any probing questions from Brylor, or are we progressing, my guy?
No, I think brother will save those for parents.
Okay. So I assume we get back to the tavern.
Yep, you guys
Guys,
make it back to the tavern just fine.
yeah, where is everyone else in the party?
Probably just hanging out.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think Midas is gonna drop by the tavern keep. The kobold.
All right.
Does he have a name? Would Midas know his name? I figure Midas would know his name.
Uh, same guy from 5 years ago, so probably.
Yeah. You said he was an old kobold, so he's probably okay.
Uh, yeah, Midas, you remember this guy's name is uh Toidhart Nord or Toidhart
Repeat
Njord.
repeat that for me?
Hold on, let me post it.
Orion, you're about to get a lot of action.
I am now, am I?
Toidar Nord. Okay, repeat this name to me.
Toidhard Njord.
Toidar Njord. Toidar? Okay,
Mr. Njord for short.
Mr. Njord. Okay. So I think Midas will come and slide along the bar and go, "What's up, Mr. Njord? Did you forget me?"
Uh, I just had him roll history.
Mm-hmm.
And you rolled a
Maybe the
12.
depiction wasn't close enough.
You rolled a 12 on the die.
Mm-hmm. Midas don't know that.
Uh, I don't think so. I never forget anyone, but I don't think I've met you.
Is Hmm. You know what? I think that this is. I think Midas is very in this at the moment and is gonna use disguise self. And is gonna try to size herself down to look like a younger Midas. More than 5 years younger. He's trying to go for like teen years or so. Just like try to the height can come down.
Yeah.
Be a rapscallion age, you know?
Little bit of baby face.
A little bit of a baby face in there. Have a now.
Midas, when did you get back?
Just today! How have you been, Mr. Njord?
Oh, I've been alright.
Put
Taking
away the
care of
trench coat and the
tavern.
2 other kobolds?
Eh?
Don't worry about it.
I
I'm
need
only
y'all to
gonna
know
be
that
here
someone
for the
is
day.
actually registering 3 owls in a trench coat as heraldry.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Justin, I'll send you the LI.
Oh, nice.
I'm just gonna be here for the day, but I want to drop in. I brought some friends came in ahead of me, and I hope they've been treating you well.
Oh, yes, they've all been good. I think one of them doesn't know how money works, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the dwarven fella.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little lost on a couple things, but he's skilled where it's important.
Poor Rylar.
Midas is single-handedly just ruining his reputation across this continent.
Midas just said, yeah, he might be stupid, but he fucks.
That is one
You
interpretation.
did. You really did.
Given the course of how we started this session,
Yeah.
that is the only logical conclusion.
I'm just so curious what's going on in Brylar's brain throughout all of today. Just all of this thing that's been happening last 24 hours. Brylar's brain.
Oh, he's having a fun time.
Oh, I bet. I bet. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check in with them. We got some there are some shenanigans afoot. Shouldn't bother you none.
Alright, that's good. Well, we'll be serving dinner around 6.
Gotcha. We won't be late. Midas wants to find Orion.
Mm-hmm. Orion, how much further can you go?
I think the lizard blink means we should probably end it here.
Okay. We can do that.
And we
I'm
can
okay with
Yeah,
that.
this seems like a fairly logical stop point.
That's fair.
We are going to play
We can
again
pick up
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
We're
Yeah.
gonna play again tomorrow. I'll be vibrating out of my skin, but that's okay.
You need to marry.
Yeah.
I need, but also the rest of us need to be functional for orbital blues
Yeah.
in the morning.
Yes, what time are we starting?
11.
Cool. So I have time to go do like oil change and stuff. Cool.
What time
Yeah,
is Emperor's
yeah,
Claw
now you got
tomorrow?
I believe 7?
Okay, so we're going kind of
I can do
classic
that.
time. Okay.
Yeah. I should be back by 7. I might be like making dinner during the first part of the session, but that shouldn't take too long.
Yeah, around
Yeah.
7 or so.
Okay.
Everyone else can make Saturday night. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, so 7 o'clock tomorrow. Hopefully nobody dies in the meantime.
Yeah. Brylord
Ooh.
and Orion
Really?
are gonna be needing to be alert during the start part of next session.
Yep. And then there's some more miscellaneous
Woo.
things that can happen
I
afterwards. I
bet.
have 4 different things that can go on.
Delightful. Oh god. You hit me with this like wild softball and I don't know what to do with it. I was expecting a fastball. I was expecting a baseball to hit me in the face. Like I don't know what to do. You handed me an egg and I'm just like, okay.
But
That's
it
the
turns out, Midas' parents were secretly a sphinx the whole time.
God, what if? Jeez,
that's
I don't know
that
where the Sphinx comes in.
that's the
It's a wild curveball.
that's the Justin special. When you expect it to be bad, I make it even worse, and when you expect it to be awful, I make it good.
Afraid.
Yeah.
When you expect it to be good, I kill your parents and rip your heart out. Briar can attest to this.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's
fair. No
fun.
matter what happens here, they're never gonna be truly safe. Not as long as their kid is in this campaign.
I'm at least fairly sure that Midas did not pull a Caleb, so that's a good sign. So that's a...
Yeah, I saw that conspiracy and I was like, wow. Yeah, no signs of violence in the house.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't see like blood on the sheets or nothing as you were cleaning. Or did you? No, you're good.
Alright, so if we are all set, I'm gonna stop the recording there and we can start it
Yeah.
again tomorrow.
Hell yeah.